I gotta bite my tongue just to get a deal, then it ain't real. If they can cancel me for truth, I ain't never been free. I'd rather build slow with my tribe than blow fast with those who don't ride. FBA coin in my veins, blockchain in my bones. This wealth ain't rented, it's homegrown. Bloodline billionaire, I don't chase their bags. My worth's in the people, not in brand tags. And my folks don't back me, I don't want that gold. Cause alone in the system, my soul gets sold. Let the sponsors dip, I still stand tall. With my community's love, I can't fall. Crypto independence, I'm breaking the chain. FBA coin rising, we changing the game. Man, I built my platform on legacy, not luck. I ain't been for bucks or adjusting the tux. See, they give you checks with invisible strings till you dance for approval like puppet and kings. But I'd rather speak truth than sleep like a pharaoh than silence my soul for some clicks in the barrel. Blockchain ledger, that's freedom encrypted. Decentralized flow, so I can't be evicted. FBA coin, my people the stockholders. Real wealth ain't loud, it just moves colder. I plant seeds and trust, not just NFT art. Ownership from the soil, legacy from the heart. Bloodline billionaire, I don't chase their bags. My worth's in the people, not in brand tags. And my folks don't back me, I don't want that gold. Cause alone in the system, my soul gets sold. Let the sponsors dip, I'll still stand tall. With my community's love, I can't fall. Crypto independence, I'm breaking the chain. FBA coin rising, we changing the game. I remember thinking wealth meant a white handshake till I saw how fast they retract when you ain't fake. Speak truth on air, suddenly you banned. But in my hood, honesty earns me fans. Every coin I'm in is a vote of trust. Every block I build leaves ash to dust. No boardroom can judge my skin or speech. I'm teaching kids generational reach. FBA pride, deep like
going on, family?
Built for storms, we don't fold, we flip. I don't sell silence, I market resistance. My people, my currency, pure existence.
About 4:41 a.m. over here on the West Coast. But I'm here for y'all. We about to put it down. Y'all come on up in here and click that like button. We about to talk about it. Part 2 of the FBA coin, or the FBA Constitution. The great law of sovereignty. We about to talk about it, man. We had a great discussion yesterday with the we had a great discussion yesterday. This is just going to be a continuation of what we talked about yesterday. Come on up in here, hit that like button. Y'all ask what is the code? How do we get on code? How can we fix the community? How can we build more camaraderie with each other? How can we keep these economic dollars in our community? We gonna go into it. I'm gonna hit y'all with solutions. Solutions after solution after solution after solution. Until y'all start doing and stop talking. It's time to start doing and stop talking. So we're gonna get into it, family. The FBA Constitution. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. We're about to get into it. We're about to get into it. Y'all go ahead and keep clicking that like button. Let's get the likes up to 10K so we can bring people up to join the discussion and join the conversation. But we about to get into it, family. We about to get into it. I'm gonna do a quick recap, just a quick one. I'm gonna read over the covenant of restoration. We're gonna start with that since that's part of the Constitution. And the great law of sovereign legacy. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. We got to restore some of the things that was taken from us, family. We got to restore some of the trauma that we have to restore our people because of so much trauma and COINTELPRO and just attack that we've been constantly under since let's be real. Since the white man came to this country, since the Moors deceived us, we have to get that back, and we got to go back to the beginning. We have to go back to the very foundation of where it happened, and we have to repair, the damage that was done to us. That's why we need our reparations. But while we're stomping the yard and standing on business to get the things that we need, we still have to continue to build our community at the same time. We must remember the past so it never happens to us again. You understand? And we have to be wise for the things that's coming. We have to be wise, and we have to be smart, and we have to be strategic about the things that are coming. So I'm going to start with the Constitution for the Sovereign Nation of Foundational Black Americans. Now, this is in no turn in competition with the American Constitution, because we still are Americans. But as a lineage, as a distinct cultural, ethnic group, we got to have something for ourselves. We got to have something that we hold dear to make sure that we never get erased, family. We have to secure our legacy. We can't expect other ethnic groups to come in and have love for us. We have to make sure we have that love for one another. So we're going to start with the Covenant of Restoration, and then we're going to do some recap of what we went over yesterday. We're going to go over some recaps of all those things that we had yesterday, what we talked about yesterday, and then we're going to move into continuing the FBA Constitution and what is being on code. You know, we got to get everybody on code. We have to start moving as a block, not as just independent voices out here. We have to synchronize and get a singular voice so we can be more strong as a people. So let's go into it. We, the foundational Black Americans, the indigenous descendants of those captured, enslaved, reclassified, and systematically erased on the soil of the North America, and systematically erased on the soil of North America since before its founding as the United States, do hereby ordain and establish this Constitution. We emerge not as petitioners seeking validation, but as a sovereign cultural nation reclaiming our inherent rights. In order to form a more perfect union among our people, establish justice untethered from our oppressors, secure our economic independence, preserve our unique culture from erasure and theft, provide for our common defense, promote the general welfare of our families, and secure the blessings of sovereignty for ourselves and our posterity. We unite our clans and bind ourselves to this great law. We plant the tree of sovereign legacy, watering its roots with the memory of our ancestors and the promise of our descendants, creating a righteous and self-determining order for all generations to come. That is the preamble. And I want to, I do want to read over some of the articles in this Constitution for everybody. I will make sure that I have a PDF file available for the family real soon, probably after we complete this series. It's probably going to be more than probably going to be a part 1, part 2, part 3, possibly a part 4. We'll see how far we get. I don't want to move too fast. So if I'm moving too fast, y'all let me know so I can slow it down, so we can unpack a lot of these things. Okay? So you as the family, y'all let me know, okay, if I'm moving too fast or not, and I'll slow it down. I want to bring people up, but make sure we got to get to 10,000 likes, family. Y'all know how it goes. Let's get to 10,000 likes, then we'll bring people up on the panel, and we'll start discussing a lot of things. Thank you, Scott. We'll start discussing a lot of the things that I'm talking about here, and I want to get some viewpoints from the family. This is a living document, family. This is not something that's that's not. It's meant to change, and it's meant to grow. It's meant to be added to. It's meant to be taken out. It's meant for us to discuss amongst our family. It's meant to be discussed in think tanks. It's meant to be discussed. This is a living document. It's meant to grow and change with the community based on our needs and what we're facing. So none of this is set in stone, but this is a blueprint. This is a start. This is a basic outline structure of how we're going to move and how we're going to fix and repair our community and get back that love and that trust that was damaged along the way due to COINTELPRO. And I blame 𝗤𝗔 supremacy for all of it. I don't blame. We perpetuate habits, bad habits, good habits. You see what I'm saying? So when things happen to us, mistrust, we perpetuate those things. Those are things called trauma. We didn't bring this trauma upon ourselves. This trauma was brought from a certain tribe of people. Let's just keep it a buck. So we're just here recognizing what was done to us, and now we're saying it's time that we fix it and we repair it and we restore some of the things of old that was working. Okay. So what we talked about in Article 1, we went over a lot of things, but I want to start reading some of the articles for you guys. Okay, the supremacy of the great law and its symbols. Okay, the supremacy of the law. This Constitution and the law of the FBA nation, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, shall be the supreme law of the land for all citizens. It is a living document, a covenant between the past, the present, and the future. All actions, legislation, and rulings of the National Council must align with its principles. The tree, Section 2, the tree of sovereign legacy. The tree of sovereign legacy shall be the living embodiment of the great law. Its symbolism is sacred, and its meaning shall be taught to every child. Okay? The roots are unbreakable. The connection to the land of North America, our unique lineage, the law of this Constitution, and the legacy of our ancestors. The trunk, the unified body of our nation, fortified by a common culture, shared code of conduct, and organized through our clans, which is our family. Your clan is your family. Okay, just so you know. We each have our own clan. I got my clan, you got your clan. These are our families that we start. Okay. The branches are the outreach of our sovereign power expressed through innovation, intercommunal unity, and collective protection. The leaves are the vibrant and ever-renewing life of our nation, embodied by our youth, their creativity, and their vision for the future. Understand, one of the biggest things that especially what we talked about yesterday, we talked about the disconnect between the young and the old, the youth and the elder. We have to restore that. One of the biggest things that hurt our community was do as I say, not as I do. How many of us have heard that, family? Do as I say, not as I do. You got an old man sitting on the corner with a Colt 45 or Old English telling you, don't be like me, youngster, be better than me. We can't have that no more. We can't have that no more. We got to lead by example. We need examples in our community. We know what not to do. We already know, listen family, the youth already know what not to do. They don't want to be like you. They don't want to be like your old ass. They don't want to be like your old ass talking about we need peace. We need don't push, don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. My medicine, you don't mess with my Medicare. I need my medicine. We don't need that no more. We need our elders to be riders. Listen, listen. We all got to go out sometime. We all got to go. There's two ways I'm going out. I'm either going out in a peaceful way, old, with family, legacy, right? Or I'm going out like a rider. I'm going out in a blaze of glory, standing on business for my people. That's it. That's it. There's no other way. There's no other way, family. You got to get this fear, false evidence appearing real out. Listen, when I leave, I'm embracing my ancestors. I'm joining them. I fought the good fight. I fought the good fight. And that's the mindset you got to have. You got to have that, by any means necessary, we're gonna try this peaceful way. I'm gonna come to you nice. I'm gonna step to you correct. But after I make my demands and you laugh in my face, I'm coming for you. That's just what it is. Because we're not gonna back up off of what we're talking about. We're not gonna back up off of what we're doing. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care. Listen, your problems are not my problems. My problems, what my family and my lineage go through, that's what I'm concerned about. I can't hear you because I don't have enough tangibles. I don't have enough economy in my tank. You understand what I'm saying? We need financial literacy. We need economy. We need land. We need, listen, we built this. We should be able to enjoy what we built, not be locked out of what we built. So that's what it is. So that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. We're making moves. We're no longer sitting still. So the eagle perched up atop the tree. The eagle serves as the eternal watcher of justice, family. It observes the movements of our enemies and represents our capacity for swift and decisive action to protect our sovereignty. Understand that the Constitution, listen, family, even the American Constitution, family, I want you to understand that we wrote it, that they got it from us. I want you to understand this, family. The very symbols that they use, those are our symbols. We just forgot what it means. We just forgot what it means because they've stolen our history and our heritage, family. I want you to understand. The sacred fire lit at the base of every symbolic tree. The fire represents our eternal vigilance, the purifying flame of our spiritual power, and the extinguishable will of our people. We're going back, family. We're going back to our roots, our very roots that they tried to take from us. We're going back to our very roots, and we're establishing the foundation that we can build upon. That's the purpose of this Constitution. A sacred tree, whether physical or symbolic, shall be present at the opening of every council session, and one shall be consecrated in the heart of every unity circle, which is the regional territory. This is what when we get together and we form our clans, when we form our community, when we have what we call council, I want you to understand we're going to have a tree. We're going to plant a tree, and we're going to watch it grow over the years. And we're going to understand that this tree is symbolic. The very branches, the very roots, everything. It's us growing as a community. The branches, they all mean something. The trunk. And we're going to have a symbolic eagle, the watcher of justice that watches over our people and protects us and protects the sovereignty and the covenant and everything. You got to understand, we are embarking on our own. We're no longer plugging into the system that is meant to harm us, and we're creating a new system that we're going to grow and prosper in. Okay, this is what we're doing, family. This is how we're moving. So I want to just go over. Listen, I'm gonna give access to all this to everybody. You're gonna have access to what I'm reading. I'm just going over some of the stuff. I'm not gonna read everything verbatim, but I want to go over what we talked about yesterday because I didn't get to read this yesterday, but I did go over it. And it may not be painting a picture now, but once you see it, once you read it, you're gonna have those aha moments like, wow, you're gonna see the power in what we have right now in this FBA Constitution. You're going to see the power. Because I keep telling y'all, man, this is FBA country. We're the largest ethnic group on this land. There's nobody bigger than us. So how we make a power move, because we're already the culture. We're already the culture here. We're already the biggest influence. We have the biggest voice when we use it as one. Okay, we have the biggest voice. So it's time that we start moving and acting as if this is, and knowing that this is ours. Shout out to Africa, shout out to the Caribbean, but America, the United States, this is ours. We're not going nowhere. I'm not joining no diaspora. I'm not joining no African Union. Especially when they trying to co-opt my reparations now. You know, y'all know what's going on, family. They're trying to co-opt and dictate. That's why think about it, family. When we do a reparation, when we have a meeting, when we have a black caucus, when we have a meeting that determines the fate of black Americans, we always gotta have tethers in the room. There's always some type of agent or op in the room with us, looking like us, trying to tell us what we need to be doing. Think about that, family. Now the African Union is trying to undermine. Listen, I don't care. Listen, African Union. If y'all want the Caribbeans, go get them. Go get all the Caribbeans, all the Haitians, all the Jamaicans, all the Dominicans, all the Brazilians. Even go get them. Go bring them into your fold. But we are saying as foundational black Americans that hands off. We don't want it. We don't want none of what y'all talking about. We don't want nothing to do with what y'all doing. Y'all do for your people and yourself, and leave us alone. Get out of our business. Get out of our reparations talks. We don't want y'all in the room. It's none of y'all business. Matter of fact, Africa, y'all got paid reparations. Okay, y'all got paid reparations when y'all sold some of them Africans over here. When y'all sold the 90,000 that made over here, that was y'all payment. That was y'all payment. So don't try to benefit off of the descendants and the indigenous black Americans who had nothing to do with y'all, who's always been here in the United States. Don't try to benefit off of that. Don't try to benefit off of the great things and the inventions and the stuff that we built here. Don't do that. That's all we're saying. Stay out of FBA business, and we're gonna stay out of African business, because y'all got things y'all got to fix, and we hope y'all get it together over there. Y'all 1.5 billion people. Y'all better do something. Y'all better build something over there. As slow as y'all building it, we don't care. We don't care. Y'all build it, and it's gonna be fine. So section 2, elections, terms, and qualifications. Elders must be at least 50 years of age with proven knowledge of FBA history and culture. They are nominated by their unity circle and confirmed by a joint session of the House of Builders and Mothers. They shall serve 1 year. They should serve 1 10-year term. So we're going to vote on who our elders are going to be. We're not just going to say you an elder, you an elder. That's done. We're going to find established foundational black Americans that are elders and that are proven, and they're going to be part of the unity circle. Okay? Builders and mothers must be at least 30 years of age and have demonstrated leadership in their respective fields. They are elected by the citizens of their unity circles to serve a 4-year term with a limit of 3 terms. Okay? We got to restore the builders, and we got to restore the mothers. We have to restore the patriarch and the matriarch. We can't have one. We can't have a matriarchal system or just a patriarchal system. We gotta have both, family. We gotta have both. I keep preaching that. It's two sides to the same coin. It's one, but it's a den of mothers and then a den of builders. We gotta have both, family. We gotta have both. Youth are elected by their peers within their unity circles to serve a single 2-year term. We have to, listen, anything we do moving here on out, we have to have our youth with us. Our youth have to sit at the table with the elders, with the men, with the women, and we all collectively have that talk at the table and make decisions. That's what we got to do. See how we got these tethers up in here, family? These Africans, they can't leave us alone. Y'all got a live to go to. Go do that. Go talk 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie and what y'all gonna do to build y'all homeland. Don't worry about what we doing over here. Okay? So the youth, we got to make sure that they have a seat at the table. We can't do nothing without our youth needs to know what's going on and how they need to participate and progress in FBA business. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do, family. Okay? Legislative process: for a bill to become binding law, it must be passed by a majority vote. At least 3 of the 4 houses, elders, den of mothers, builders, and youth. It must be passed by at least 3 of the 4 houses. The structure ensures intergenerational consensus and prevents the consolidation of power. The House of Elders holds the power to veto any law that violates this Constitution. That's why we got to have righteous elders. We can't, listen, if you out there tipping and sipping, if you out there living the fast life still in your 50s, this ain't for you. This ain't for you. We need righteous. We need examples now. We need people that are going to lead by example, not people that are going to be out here, harming our community or not being example for our community. Well, no more that do as I say, not as I do nonsense. You have to walk it and talk it. You have to live the very thing that you claim you believe in. Okay? The House of Elders holds the power to veto any law that violates this Constitution, which may only be overridden by a unanimous vote of the 3 other houses. So we have our own checks and balance system within our ethnic group, family. We're gonna have our own checks and balance system. We're gonna be running like a sovereign nation within a nation. We are still Americans. I'm not saying anything like that. We are still Americans, but we have our own way we move culturally, is what I'm saying. And this is how we're moving. And we're gonna have our own things that pertain just to our culture. We're gonna deal with that. We're gonna restore everything that was taken from us. As this symbol around us, as this system around us crumbles, we're still gonna be strong, family, because we're moving like a block now. We're moving like a nation now. We're ready for whatever happens. Whatever happens, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna have people that can rebuild infrastructure. If the infrastructure breaks, we're gonna have all that waiting in the balance. Okay. So Article 3, the executive and cultural branch, the matriarchal and patriarchal orders. I keep talking about the matriarch and patriarch. Okay. The matriarchal council, the mothers of the code. The matriarchal council is the mothers of the code. We talk about what is the code? What is the code? We got to get on code. Well, we're going to spell it out for y'all. We're going to write it. It's going to be clear. And the mothers are going to be the ones that are the mothers of the code. They're going to make sure that we stay on code. Women are very good at that, by the way. I mean, they know how to put that knee in your back and get you out that door to go bring some money in for the family, to go protect and provide. So we're gonna have them hold our people, and we're gonna hold each other accountable. So Section 1, the Matriarchal Council, the mothers of the code. This body is the primary custodian of FBA culture and social integrity. What are their powers? To nominate the chief elder of the House of Elders, to ratify all judicial appointments, to hold supreme authority over the sacred archives, which include all genealogical records, historical narratives, and registries of births and unalivings, to define the core curriculum for culture, education, and approve all rites of passage. Remember, we talked about rites of passage yesterday for our youth. Age doesn't determine whether you're a man or a woman. What determines if you're a man is by your experiences and your failures. We need to start having a rite of passage where we let our youth know when they become a man. Other groups do bar mitzvahs and things like quinceañeras, but we need to go a little bit deeper and even more spiritual when handling our youth. See, I don't feel like, family, I don't think we have time to play games. This is not the time to play games. This is the time to build a nation, build a people, build a generation, get back the wealth that was stolen and that was lost, that was missed out on because of the things that was happening to it, because of things like Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, white supremacy. We have to get those things back. We have to become strong, not weak. And you know what makes you weak? When you play too long, when you play too much, when you stay a child longer than you're supposed to. See, when I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put away those childish things. It's time that we put away those childish things and become a man. It's time that we start pointing the finger and calling out people in our community who are drunk babbling, who are not being the example, who are not on code. I need to be able to call you out if you're not on code. If you're not on code, I need to be able to do it and you not hate me for it and you not want to unalive me for it. I need to be able to say, hey brother, you're off code and you need to get on code and you need to snap right back into it and get on code. So their job is to nominate the chief elders of the House of Elders, to ratify all judicial appointments, to hold supreme authority over the sacred archives, which includes genealogical records, historical narratives, and registry of births and death, to define the core curriculum for cultural education and approve all rites of passage, to issue rulings on matters of lineage, clan disputes, and child welfare. This is the sisterhood, the real one. We need a sisterhood that gives our sisters the real deal, not that you don't need a man nonsense. We need to be about family. We need to be about clan. We need to be about our people. We need to listen. We know all women ain't going to be paired up with the man. We understand that. There's going to be some independent sisters out there, and that's okay. But that's not meant for all women. You understand? We are stronger when we work together. We're not stronger when we're independent out here. We need to think interdependence, not independence. Interdependence, not independence. And we need wise women and wise men to guide us. To say, hey man, you off code, you got to get on code. Hey man, you got a good man over there, go back to your man, perform your wifely duties. Man, you got a good woman over there, go back to your woman. Stop fooling around, stop bringing headaches. Be the man that you're supposed to be for your family, be the example, get on code. We need that in our community. We need our women to gatekeep our culture. Gatekeep things that pertains to our lineage. Uphold the genealogical record. Uphold the standards and the way of life that we're supposed to be living. Remind us who we are and what we are to become. That's what we need, family. We need clan mothers overseeing domestic harmony and mediate family disputes. Spiritual guides uphold the moral and ethical framework of the community. Womb warriors lead education and support systems for girls and women regarding bodily autonomy, health, and healing. We're not here to rule over our women. We're here to rule with our women. And I think that's pretty clear in the black community. We don't come from a patriarchal system that puts our women down. We've always had our women with us, and I think we need to keep them with us. And understand they do have bodily autonomy. We don't control women's bodies. But we need our women to be righteous, just like we need our men to be righteous. Okay? Benefits of this structure. This structure positions FBA women as the foundational protectors of legacy and law, ensuring the power is rooted in collective responsibility, not in opposition to man. We don't need our women competing with our men, and we don't need our men abusing our women. Women, you're very articulate and your words are powerful. You don't need to be using your power to destroy a man or break down a man. And men don't need to be physically harming women to make them do what they want them to do. That's not us. That's white supremacy, but that's not us. That's other countries and other nations that they do that to their women, but that's not us. We've never participated in that, and we never done that, and we're not going to do that. Women, don't use your power against men. Men, don't use your power against women. Use your power to build. Use your power for your man. Use your power for your women. And let's bring back harmony within the home, within the children, within everything that we do. Let's have peace and harmony amongst each other. That's the code. Family, lineage first, right? Accountability, and building. Build before we buy. Family and lineage first. Build before we buy, and accountability always. That's the code. That's as simple as you can get. When they say, what's the code? Well, family first, lineage first, right? Your lineage comes before your political party. Your lineage comes before your Greek organization. Your lineage comes before for everything that you do. I'm tired of you guys joining these Greek organizations, and then you think you a Kappa, you a Delta, you a AKA, and now comes before your lineage. No. You get to gatekeep the resources from your people. No. You get to become Boule, Divine Nine. No. No, we don't want that. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up to 10K so I can bring people up. Get the likes up to 10K so we can talk about it. Get the likes up to 10K. And let me know if I'm moving too fast, family. Let me know if I'm moving too fast. If I'm moving too fast, I'll slow it down. If I'm moving too fast, I'll slow it down. Okay? But I want to bring people up, and I'm really just going back over what we discussed yesterday, just in a little bit more detail and reading it from the actual document. But we went over this yesterday, by the way, and we talked about this. Shout out to Kingpin, shout out to Dreadhead, shout out to you, brother. I'm just reading them from the document right now. Okay? But let me see here. Yeah, we got to stay on code, family. Lineage first, build first, and accountability always. Before you go out there and buy that fancy car, make sure you build something. Before you go out there and get those Jordans, make sure you're building something. Make sure you're saving some money. Make sure you have financial literacy in your home first. Make sure you have an established budget first. We can no longer operate without a financial literacy, family. And there's no excuse for you not to know, because there's so many resources out there for you to get the information. There's so many resources out there for you to know better. When you know better, you do better. There's no excuse for you not to know better. So we're not going to accept that, and we're going to hold you accountable. If you are mismanaging your family's funds, if you're overspending, that's your fault. And you got to do better. And how can you be an example when your children are watching you overspend? See, I believe your children need to be at those financial meetings that y'all have. If you're not holding financial meetings in your house where you discuss what's coming in and what's going out, that's a problem. That's a problem. Everybody should know this. I know you want to say, kids, my bills are my bills, and mind your business. No, it's their business too, because you brought them in this world. And they need to know how to manage money. And instead of them figuring it out like you had to figure it out and suffer, you might as well give them the keys to build wealth. That should come from home, not from abroad. Now let's get to the patriarch. The Patriarchal Council, the builders of sovereignty. This body is charged with the physical and economic security and development of the FBA nation. To command the community defense units, which we call CDUs, and organize all national social security protocols. To design and oversee all national infrastructure projects, including land trusts, housing, and agricultural cooperatives. To establish and regulate economic cooperatives and inter-regional trade networks. To appoint and oversee the peace chiefs and the war chiefs. We gotta have both. Diplomacy and strategy if we gotta go to war. If we gotta stand on business. If we gotta protect our culture and our ethnic group, we gotta have both. We gotta have both. Roles of office: the peace chiefs responsible for diplomacy, external negotiations, and maintaining unity between FBA circles. What are FBA circles? What are the circles? We're talking about the regionals. We're going to establish regionals, and we might dispute a little bit, but we got to have a way to keep the peace. We got to have a way to come to a consensus. War chiefs are responsible for strategic defense, emergency response protocols, and the training of all CDUs. Command defense units. We got when something else, we got this over here. But when that system fails, we can't fail with it. Martin Luther King said, "Our fear integrated us into a burning house." When that house burns down, we still got to be intact. So we got to have things in place for just in case, for the inevitable, and we got to have a system where our people can thrive, no matter what. No matter what. This is our job to make sure that we don't get erased. It's our job to make sure that our lineage is secure. It's our job, and we're taking ownership of that, and we're stepping up to the plate and saying we're gonna put things in place to make sure we're still here. If y'all can go blow every, all these other nations, they can BOMB each other if they want to, but we gonna still be here. At the end of the day, we gonna still be here. And and all this stuff that I'm talking about, family, we're gonna put on the blockchain so nobody can touch it, so nobody can destroy it. It's gonna be here indefinitely. It's gonna be here indefinitely, family. That is the beauty of the blockchain. Once we put it on the blockchain, nobody can erase it. Nobody can take it off. This is a living document that's going to grow with us, family. Grow and change and evolve into who we are supposed to be. We are the righteous people on this earth, and we're going to enact righteousness wherever we go. From this day forward. So the master builders lead initiatives in trade, technology, agriculture, and the education of boys. Benefit. The structure defines FBA manhood through proactive contribution and accountability, shielding it from reactionary stereotypes and directing masculine energy toward being and protecting the nation. That's what it's about, family. The role of the builders, the role of the patriarchal council and the matriarchal council, I think we laid it out. We need both. Now, do we have some women that are going to be able to do what men do? Do we have some men who are going to be more on the nurturing side? Yes. I'm not saying that. Can we all do each other's job? Yes. But we got clearly defined roles. We know what each one's function and we should be doing, and we work together and we get things done. That's just what it is. Are all women going to be married? No. Are all men going to be married? No. But what do we prefer? We prefer family. We prefer men and women together. We need to work as an interdependency, not as a separate entity. There's no such thing as independent. There's no independent being on this planet. There's no independent being on this planet. There's no independent woman. There's no independent man. We work together in interdependency, and we build this nation. We build our people. We build our ethnic group. So here we go. So rights and passage. We went over rights and passage yesterday. Okay. Citizenship in FBA nation is not merely a birthright status earned through. Hold on. Let me. Citizenship in the FBA nation is not merely a birthright, but a status earned through contribution, commitment, and alignment with the cultural code. Section 1, initiation into manhood, ages 12 through 16. This is the rites of passage that we're talking about. We need a rites of passage for men and women. You need to be initiated into manhood. You don't become a man because you turn 18. We know that ain't true. And I want to tell y'all ladies, the men that you are complaining about, you're complaining about boys, you're not complaining about men. And you're harping to men about how some boy treated you, how some boy did you wrong, and how some boys act. But your age does not define if you're a man or a woman. The rites of passage, the community, the society decides. We as the community, we as the keepers of our heritage and our culture, we decide who are men. We don't let the world tell us what a man is. We decide who's a man in our community, in our ethnic group. That's why we need rites of passage. So a boy must be trained by the patriarchal council in discipline. He must have a trade or a digital skill. He's trained in FBA history and law, resource management, and the protective arts. He got to learn how to protect and defend his family. Required completion, lineage affirmation right, verbally present one's verified paternal and maternal lineage before community leaders. He must know his genealogy. How can you be a man but you don't know where your family's from? If I ask you where your family's from, you should be able to tell me. I come from Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina. You should be able to tell me where you're from. Not I'm from California. Not like these tethers do. I'm from Chicago. I'm from New York, and then you got Caribbean or African in your background. You need to know your genealogy, where your mother's genealogy and your father's genealogy. You need to know where you come from. You must have a skill of demonstration, complete an apprenticeship or project that provides tangible value to the community. You must know the Defender's Pledge, an oath to protect the integrity of FBA culture, land, and family. And the final test, a capstone project that involves building, teaching, or creating a system that serves this community. That's part of your rites of passage. That's how you get on your way to manhood. And what defines you as a man is the failures that you overcome. You go out there, men, young boys from 18 to 29, go out there and fail. Fail, fail, fail. Learn from your mistakes. Figure out what your superpower is, what your skill is. Develop that skill into making money. That's your job from 18. Not to be out there partying. Not to be out there slaying a bunch of women, thinking you the Mac Daddy. Your job is to become a man so you can be of use to this community and you can be trusted with building a family. How can you build a family and you're not even a man? Too many boys out there building families early without no direction. You got to have a vision. Listen, if you don't have a vision for your family, why should a woman follow you? Why should you be having children? Why should you be leading kids and you don't even have a vision and a purpose for your life? That's the first thing you got to get. That's the first thing you got to have is a vision and a purpose for your life. And it needs to be clearly defined. You need to be able to clearly articulate to your family so they can get on code with you, young man. So you got to have the rites of passage. Initiation into womanhood, 12 to 16. Now again, family, everything I say, now I'm a man writing all this. I'm a man putting all this together. I'm not going to get it right. I ask our women to show a little bit of grace with me as I go over the rites of passage for womanhood. And I understand that this is a living document and it should be updated and changed to fit our people for the betterment of us. So as I go over it, it is what it is. This is what I have, and I think I'm pretty fair when it comes to matriarch and patriarch. I think I'm pretty fair. I'm pretty even. A girl must be trained in the matriarchal council, designed in self-governance and bodily autonomy, womb wisdom, and healing arts, FBA ancestral history, economic literacy, and spiritual leadership. Women, you are a muse. You are inspirational to men and to the nation. We need to bring back that wisdom that women have and that spirituality that women have and that inspiration that women give to men to go out there and conquer and be the men that they're supposed to be. Required completions, matrilineal, I can't even say the name. Matrilineal reclamation. Create and present a record of her maternal line, honoring its legacy. Healing or economic craft. Master a skill in healing, teaching, artistry, or business. Recitation of the code. Memorize and publicly interpret key sections of this Constitution. And the final test, a legacy a legacy project such as archiving a family's history, creating youth curriculum, launching cooperative business, or organizing a community wellness initiative. Understand, I have business. Women, you need to know a business. You need to know how to run a business, women. Yes, you do. Because listen, in this future where we're bringing our FBA family to, it would be beneficial that our FBA men and women have their own. We should not become an employee at somebody's job. If anything, we should be employing our people. So business should be on the brains of men and women. Just like a man needs to have a trade. Why does a man need to have a trade? Because listen, business goes up and down, but you still gotta provide for your family. So while you're building that business, you need to still be able to make money. While you're building that business, you still need to have a trade that you can make money and protect your family. So you don't have to go beg somebody else from a different community to give you a job. A job just means just over broke. If you have one of those, you're probably just over broke. You have to work yourself out of a job into a business, and it should be a family business. Maybe the wife does the accounting, maybe the husband does the sales, or vice versa. You guys know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Y'all work together and y'all build it. But that's rehashing what we went over yesterday, family. We went over that yesterday. We didn't go into this detail. I didn't read from the actual articles, but I'm reading it now. Am I moving too fast, family? Am I moving too fast? Do I need to speed it up? I don't want to bore you guys, but I want to move on to the stuff that we're going to talk about today. Y'all get the likes up, man. Get the likes up to 10K, fam. We got to get the likes up to 10K. We got to get the likes up to 10K. We got to. I understand this is not typically, where we're smashing down on tethers and having those type of conversations, but this is stuff that's going to build our people. This is what we're talking about, the things that are going to build our people. So let me see here. Let me go over here. Bring this up here. So I want to talk about defense and blockchain sovereignty. Y'all get the likes up, family. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. If you missed what I talked about yesterday, just give me a couple days. I'll have it up on YouTube, and you can rewatch what I talked about yesterday. Same thing with this video. You're going to be able to rewatch this video on YouTube as well. So let's go to my subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Too Much Moxie, the Too Much Moxie podcast on YouTube, and check out the replay of yesterday and also today. It'll be, just give me a couple days. Yesterday, what we talked about yesterday should be up in a few days. So defense and blockchain sovereignty. Our land, our people, our culture, they're not up for debate. The Constitution establishes a decentralized defense unit in every unity circle. That means every time we come together as a people, we need to have our own security. We can't trust their security. Anytime we run our own candidates for Congress, for House of Representatives, for whatever, they need to have protection because they're going into the lion's den, family. This Democratic and Republican system that we have, this two-party system that we have, it's on its way out the door, family. And believe me when I tell you that you're going into a hostile environment. That's why I would prefer that we don't join any of those parties. We don't become Democrats. We don't become Republicans. That we actually start our own party. But if we're going to run candidates, You know, there's nothing wrong with being a Democrat. There's nothing wrong with being a Republican. But I will say right now, we have delineated from the Democratic Party, and you're highly off code if you're still rocking with the Democrats after how they treated us for the last 60 years. You're highly off code. I will say that. You're highly off code. Highly off code. But when you're going into the House of Representatives or Congress or any type of political position, we need to have our security. We need to be able to protect our people from being co-opted, from being shamed, from being blackmailed, from being attacked. It's not safe, because they have ways to get you up out of there if you don't follow suit with them. We want to make sure that our people are not being bought and our people are not being coerced over to the dark side. We want to make sure that our people have integrity. We want to make sure our people are there for lineage business and pushing lineage-based policies. We want to make sure our people can do that unencumbered. We want to make sure our people can do that without fear of their lives being in danger for standing on business. So we need to make sure that we surround our people with security. Listen, we don't trust anybody on television. Anybody that they put in front of us, we don't trust, family. We don't trust. We only trust the people that come from the grassroots, that came up through the ranks with us. If you came up some other way, we can't trust you. We just can't trust you. I don't trust anybody they put on television. And you see the people they put on television that's supposed to represent us. All of them are tethers or Sambos or Boule. Right? These people have already chosen what side they want to go to. Let me do this puzzle real quick. They've already chosen what side they want to go to. That's why I keep telling my family, listen, I don't want money with the dominant society. I don't want money with the dominant society. I don't want it. I don't want it. I only want money with my people. If my people don't make me rich, then I don't need to be rich. Because money with the dominant society is always going to be, it's never going to be good for me. It's always going to be good for them. They're using me. They're buying my allegiance. And I want my allegiance to stay with my community. I want my allegiance to be with my foundation of Black Americans and them only. So if my people don't make me rich, then I guess I just won't be rich. That's the mentality I have. We have to defend every when we start having meetings and we start coming together, right? And we start doing things to uplift our culture and our people, we got to make sure that we have our own security there watching, making sure we don't have tethers in the midst, making sure we don't have ops, agent provocateurs, right? We don't have Trojan horses. We need to make sure all that is in place. All of that. So, and you know what backs this Constitution? What's also a defense to this Constitution is the blockchain. The blockchain is going to be an integral part. Blockchain technology and blockchain period is going to be an integral part to our community, and it's important that we know about the blockchain. Yeah, we're gonna have security, man. We're gonna have, questions and things of that nature to protect our, we can't have people infiltrate. We can't be infiltrated. And we have to have things in place to make sure that we don't get infiltrated. That's key and that's important. Genealogy, being tied to the 1870 census, that's going to be important. That's going to be important, family. That's going to be important. Where is your lineage really from? And those who have lineage that can travel outside this country, we're going to be critical. We are going to be critical of that. It just is what it is. We're going to be very, very critical of that. We can't have dual allegiances. You either have allegiance to this community and this ethnic group. We can't have no, oh man, you know, well, I got some Caribbean background and I want to, you know, my Caribbean. No. It's FBA or nothing at all. We have the most righteous culture, moral compass of people that stand on business, and I believe this lineage supersedes all other lineages, in my personal belief. Now I'm not saying how you think, but how I think is it's FBA or nothing. And we need to make sure that people are on board with that. We're putting this document in a permanent digital stone. You can't delete us anymore. Not on paper, not in court, and not online. That's what makes the blockchain so important. We have to protect our legacy, family. We got to protect our people. We ain't just marching. We're mining sovereignty now. We're mining sovereignty now. This is bigger than just talk. This is business. This is action in play. We need to have media protection and identity reclamation. Media is a weapon. And we've been outgunned for generations. The Constitution locks down our stories, our songs, our AI data, our dialects. Ain't nobody sampling FBA culture without paying homage or paying fees. That's just what it is, family. No gold, no unity. You're not gonna steal from our culture and not give us credit. We're gatekeeping our things now. We're not just gonna give it out to the world like we used to. We're gonna gatekeep it. We define what it means to be FBA, birth certificates, lineage, foundational Black American, no more pan-ethnic labels, no more pan-African, no more none of that. We ain't a people of color, we are a nation. We are gonna build ourselves like a nation. We are the largest ethnic group in this country, and we are going to move like that. We're going to move like we own this thing because this is ours anyway. The new black media is important, family. If you're not plugged into the new, where is Cousin at? Did Cousin leave? If you're not plugged into the new black media, to the grassroots media, if you're not watching us tell our narrative, tell our story. If you listening to other people tell our narrative and tell our story, you know it's a spin. They're going to spin their tail. They're going to put stereotypes on us. We need to get out of that. We need to stop focusing on mainstream media, period. We need to build our own media. We need to have our own Hollywood, our own movies that educate and inspire and encourage our people. Not these movies that they're putting out today. Not these movies that denigrate us, make us out to be thugs and criminals, and perpetuate stereotypes so other people, other nations or people can look at us like we're the bad ones. We need to tell our story. You know, the first movie in this country was Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation made us out to be monsters. They were really telling the story about themselves, but in reverse. They were whitewashing us and brainwashing the people that we are such terrible. When we know our people, we come from people that are very well dressed, very dignified, black, people of integrity. Look at what happened coming out of slavery, family. When we came out of slavery, the things that we were able to build and do in this country in such a short period of time, phenomenal. No other people could do it. No other people have done it. Let's keep it above. Who else can claim the fame to coming out of slavery with over 50,000 patents, with hundreds and thousands of inventions that people still use and benefit from today? What other people can come out of slavery and do what we did? To where they had to put a Jim Crow law to slow us down. They had to bomb our towns because they were thriving. Who had to rob and loot and steal from our Freedmen's Bank because they were mismanaging funds. That should let you know who we are. They had to sabotage us, because if they didn't sabotage us, we would be in power of all this, not them. They have to play unfair, because when they play fair, it's to our advantage. You understand that? Listen to what I just said. They had to play unfair, because if they were fair, it would be to our advantage, not theirs. They have to give themselves white privilege. If they don't, it would be to our advantage. They have to steal. They have to lie. Because if they didn't steal or lie, it would be to our advantage, family. That's just the truth of the matter. So we have to extend grace to one another and understand that we're both under the same tyranny and system of oppression, and we have to have grace for the family. Listen, I'm tired of us extending grace to people who are not from our lineage. I would prefer that we reserve that grace for the people that come from the same soil as us, the same bloodline as us. That's what I would prefer, family. And again, family, I understand, family, that this is what it is. We have to retrain our minds to love the truth and hate the lie. We have to retrain our mind to seek wisdom and not to entertain the drama. It's cool to be entertained, but we got to get some education, and we got to get some scholarship in there. We got to get some truth in there. We can't always just be like, man, just looking for. We can't be drama corn. We can't be just looking for the fight and everything, and looking for the degeneracy. Degeneracy is always going to be there. We should be more attracted to conversations like this that builds and edify our people than which African or Caribbean we going to stop down on today. Let them deal with what they got to deal with, family, and let us deal with ourselves and deal with our community in a positive manner and in a positive light. Oh, that's what's up, man. Solomon, you out there in Alaska? Okay, we got black people, and we got foundational in Alaska. That's all good. That's all. Yeah, man. We're doing some phenomenal things, man. I'm gonna tell everybody, man. Listen, we are building a community, and when we build it, it's gonna be bigger and better than ever. We are building a nation within a nation. We're getting on code. We're taking back our sovereignty. We understand that this system is on its way out. It's on its way out. It's on its way out, and we got a short time to get our people together. All we want to be as foundational Black Americans is left alone so we can do for ourselves. We're not dependent on no government. We're not dependent on no African or Caribbean. We're respectfully telling the Africans to take care of Africa. We're respectfully telling the Caribbeans to take care of the Caribbeans. And we're telling everybody to, hey, stop cosplaying. Be who you are and let us be who we are. That's all we're saying. Leave us alone so we can build, so we can restore our families, so we can rebuild our community and build it better. Stop trying to harm us. Stop trying to covet the energy that we have and get your own energy. Get your own 𝗤𝗏𝗏 spirit. Get your own. Stop trying to make your ancestors our ancestors your ancestors. Pray to your ancestors. And let us pray to ours. Leave us alone. And watch what we do. Watch how we build. This ain't division. This is gospel. We're not dividing people because we want to value our specific lineage and ethnic group here in the United States. There's nothing divisive in that. What's divisive is what's going on in your homeland. That's divisive. What's divisive is the many WARs going on in your homeland. What's divisive is the many tribes and tribalism that y'all try to bring over here. What's divisive is when you see me as the enemy because I'm not from your clan or I'm not from your tribe. That's divisive. What's divisive if when we ask you where you're from and you're afraid to tell us because you know you're not from here. That's divisive. If I ask you where you're from, don't try to tell me you American. Where's your family from? Don't hide your homeland. Don't be ashamed of your homeland. That's divisive right there. That's how you cause mistrust in the community right there. When we don't know who you are. Just because you got this skin folk, don't make you me. And don't make me you. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's all we're saying. We're almost at 10K. Get the likes to 10K and I'll bring people up and we can talk about some of the things I'm talking about. I might want to do one more show just to kind of put a cap on everything and just go back over everything. But we're pretty much, that's it. We talked about the preamble, the tree of sovereign and legacy, what the tree symbolizes, what it represents, why we're using the tree as one of our symbols. We talked about the council breakdown, the house of elders, the house of builders, the house of mothers, and the house of youth, and how we all need to have a seat at the table and make decisions based on our community, how we join the young and the old, you know, how we rebuild that disconnect between the young and the old, and how do as I say, not as I do is no longer working. We can't have that anywhere near us anymore. We need to be leading by examples. Our youth need to see the example. Our children need to see the example. We as men and women need to become the example. We talked about that. We talked about the restoring of the matriarchal and patriarchal order. How we need both. We're not gonna run under a matriarchy, and we're not gonna run just under a patriarchy. We're gonna run under both. And how we use the matriarch and the patriarchy as checks and balances for each other. Okay. We talked about the rites of passage. Our youth need to know when you're not a man or a woman because you turn 18. You're an adult, but that don't make you a man or a woman because you turned a certain age. There's a rite of passage that lets you know you've come into manhood. There's a rite of passage that lets us know you come into womanhood. Everybody wants to help, and I think you're helping by being a foundational Black American. I think you're helping by showing up here. There's a couple things you can do for our community that we are building. We have our own cryptocurrency. It's not a meme coin. It's very sophisticated coin. It has smart contracts built in. It's a DAO governance. We're raising a liquidity pool for that. I just say do your due diligence. Go check out FBA COIN.org, FBAcoin.org. Read about the cryptocurrency that we have available on the blockchain. Read the white paper, understand where we're trying to take it, and do your due diligence. That's what I'm going to say. Do your due diligence. If you want to support the coin, please do. It's for all 43 million of us to participate in. This is going to be our currency. This is going to be how we build generational wealth and collapse time frames and blow past the dominant society. The blockchain what I want people to do is, I'll say this: understand what blockchain technology is and the power of the blockchain. That's how you can help us. That's how we can help each other. The more we know and understand about the blockchain, the more we get financial literacy in our home, the more we become the example in our home and in our community. You know, the first people we must liberate from white supremacy is our family. Liberate your woman from her job. Liberate your children from the educational system mindset. If you can homeschool your kids, do that. If you're sending your kids to school, make sure you debrief them. But liberate your family first, then liberate your people. Get to a place where money is not always a problem, and that's how you'll be able to help our people. Then you can spend time on initiatives to help our people. But do your due diligence on the blockchain technology and what it is and how to use it, and go check out our digital currency, FBAcoin.org. We're building the liquidity pool right now. We need to raise $500,000 to $1 million, and really we need to raise $5 billion. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We will get there. And we want to have a strong decentralized bank. And with this decentralized bank, we're going to be able to give out loans to our people. We're going to be able to send out economic relief to our people. And we're going to be able to lobby. Step to the political party the correct way. And we're going to buy some of these politicians. We're going to buy some of these politicians. And we're going to run our own candidates and grassroots, from the grassroots. That's how we're going to move. We're going to move strategically. We're going to move with a plan. And we're going to have direction. So that's how you can help. I'm not, donate them. There's not really anything I'm going to tell you to donate money to, but I will say donate your time to understand the blockchain. We are going to have a think tank and everything like that put together soon. We're working on some things. We're building some things. This is just a blueprint of what we have so far, and eventually there's going to come a time where we're going to be like, hey man, we're going to start running these elections for key positions in our community, and we're going to do this regionally. Every region's going to have a house of elders, a house of youth, a house of builders, a house of mothers, and we're going to come together collectively as a nation, as a people. And we're going to protect these unity circles. And every region's going to have a planted tree as a symbol of our growth and what we're building in our community. So I don't want to say, hey, what I'm doing is I'm laying out the blueprint and the structure first. I'm getting the people together first, and then we're going to have something we can all collectively contribute to. If I would say what we need to collectively contribute to right now is we got to collectively contribute to the FBA coin. because that's ours. We need that like yesterday. We need our own currency like yesterday. We need our own cryptocurrency that's thriving like yesterday. That would be what we contribute to. But eventually, when we get our unity circles up and running, we're gonna be contributing to the community that we live in, which is the right way. We're behind in black businesses. We don't have enough black businesses to where we can say go out and support these black businesses. Where are they at? I will say this: most of our black businesses are probably going to be online for right now. If you like hats like FBA, if you like wearable art that represents the culture, check out muchoart.com, muchoart.com, and go start getting your T-shirts, your hats, you know, all that stuff that represents us and our culture. You know, go to that. I have music up on Spotify, on all major streaming platforms. I'm in the process of putting one of my albums on the blockchain. I would say go stream that. If you like real music with a real message, man, check me out. Check me out. I'm right there, man. I'm giving y'all the game in witty hip hop format and music. Check it out, man. We're doing some listen and listen. The way I rap, the way I rhyme, you know, the way I put my word schemes together, it's not, man. Listen, you know I'm foundational. The lyrics and everything is there, so it's going to feed your spirit as well as give you that balance. It's time that we go back to that. The true essence of hip hop is really teaching our people, educating our people, letting our people know, hey man, there's a system of oppression and we got to get out from up under it. So that's how you can. That's how people can support right now. I would say the main thing is education, man. Do your due diligence on the blockchain. Plug into the grassroots media. If you're not listening to guys like 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘁, Professor Black Truth, Vicky Dillon, Afro Elite, even myself, Too Much Moxie, that's how you're contributing. Help build up our content, support black content creators, period. When you run into an FBA content creator and they're speaking some truth, show your love, show your support, put some likes on the board, share the live. You know, it's not always about money. It's about coming together as a people. Money is gonna listen. We're gonna ask for money, but we got to build the infrastructure first. We can't just throw stuff at the wall and see what stick. Those days, the days of Dr. Umar's where they saying, "Oh, we gonna start this school and we need to raise all this money," and then the school don't show up. That's over. We got to build the infrastructure first, family. And then, from our business class and from the people who can, we're going to say, hey, donate to this because we have infrastructure in place. We have systems that check each other to make sure that things are going to do what it's supposed to do. I'm never going to be that guy that say, hey, man, just throw me some money, man, look, I got a job. I take care of myself. I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your money. What I need is you to support the live. What I need you to do is amplify the message by sharing the live. What I need for you to do is do your education on financial literacy, understand what the blockchain is. That's what I need you to do. That's going to help you, and that's going to make us stronger by you knowing about those things. There's going to come a time where I'm going to be like, hey man, we'll raise the money for this. But it's going to be infrastructure in place, and that's the key. It's not just, oh man, let's just throw money at this thing and see what sticks. No. It's going to be strategic. It's going to be planned. It's going to be well thought out. We're going to know exactly what we're doing. If anything, I want y'all to take a look at and donate to, it will be the FBA coin, because that's already set up. That's already minted. It's just waiting to be funded. We need to fund the FBA coin, and listen, there is no Dr. Umar on that, because once it's funded and once we release it, it's released. It's 100% for our people. It was made by us, for us. But what I'd rather you do even before you donate is do your due diligence on what the blockchain is. If you don't know about what blockchain technology is, don't donate in the coin. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't donate to the coin. If you don't understand blockchain and cryptocurrency, don't put your money in that because you don't understand it yet. Get the understanding first, and then become part of the founders and build up the coin. I'm already coming up with strategic ways to help build the liquidity of the coin. So I'm not too much worried about, you donating or not. I would appreciate it, but I'm not too much worried about that. I'm already coming up with creative ways right now to build the liquidity of that coin. But what's most important to me is that you get the understanding of what blockchain technology is, so that when you donate, you know what you're donating to and you understand what it's about and how it's going to benefit you and benefit us as a people. That's more important to me. So I appreciate everybody who wants to help. Man, you should. But let us build the infrastructure. If I guess another way to help is get on our Discord. If you're foundational Black American and you feel like you can add value to our group, we're building a Discord right now and we're having talks off the platform. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start running lives. I'm going to start running these lives and ending them a little bit early, and then we're going to start moving to the okay, we're at 10K. Okay, perfect. If anybody wants to come up, go ahead and request up. I'll bring you up. Thank you, Monique. But we're going to start running Discords, and we're going to start getting strategic, because we can't, everybody keeps telling me stop saying everything on here. Stop saying everything. We got to take some of this offline. And we do. So we're going to start doing that. I'm going to start saying, hey, we're going to have a Discord meeting immediately following this podcast or this live. We're going to have a Discord meeting, and then we're going to talk strategy with our core group. So if you want to help, be a part, and you're foundational Black American, be a part of the core group, join our Discord, and let's start having strategic conversations offline on how we're going to build our community. So let me see who's up in here, man. Let's see. Let me see. I must be going. Please keep me up. Come back to the live, brother. I'm on here almost every day, but I come on around this time every day. Sometimes I come in the evening. Just keep coming back to this live. If you want, you can reach out to our sister Monique, Nebu Goddess up there, and she'll make sure you get plugged in, brother. She'll make sure you get plugged in. We bring up Omni. What's up, Omni? We bring you up, man. How you been? My San Diego sister. How you doing, Omni?
Peace. I'm doing pretty good.
You doing pretty good? Okay.
Right now I have a focus on a group that's focusing on us knowing our genealogy. But, I've been with you for a minute, so I never forget to check in with you, see what's going on with the FBA coin. Also, doing some education on the blockchain so I can become familiar. I've been talking to people about the FBA coin. It's hard to, though. We don't really know crypto like that.
Mm-hmm.
So my focus is for, yeah.
So we got a brother on here called Crypto Markets. Okay.
Crypto Markets. Okay.
I want y'all to follow my brother Crypto Markets, and I want you guys to, we've actually been talking. He's gonna actually start running some blockchain courses to kind of update and educate our people. If you're part of the core group, I mean, we're not really charging for that yet, but eventually we probably will be charging for that. But for now, we want to make sure that for the family, this is free. Now, understand, you can go learn about blockchain on YouTube. You can go learn about blockchain. I mean, YouTube University is real. You can go learn everything you know about blockchain. I'm working on some things now. Okay, yeah. So go follow my boy Crypto Stock Marcus, and he's working on some things to educate our people on the blockchain. Go check out go follow him now. Go check out his TikTok, and we're gonna start bringing some scholarship to our people about blockchain and all the use you can. Eventually, we're gonna start taking some of this stuff offline and talking about it in the Discord. But we want to put some things on TikTok that you guys can get familiar with what the blockchain is, blockchain technology, and what crypto is. Because I want you to understand that there's blockchain technology, and crypto is a part of blockchain technology. Crypto is not just blockchain. That's what I want our family to understand and know. Crypto is a part of the blockchain. They work together. Crypto right now is if I would say, is the engine that's running blockchain. Bitcoin was the very first cryptocurrency out there. That's how we got our introduction to understanding what the blockchain is through Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's the most powerful coin. But you guys got to understand this: Bitcoin doesn't do anything, family. Bitcoin doesn't have a function. It's an NFT. It's just an NFT. It's just a digital currency. And you need to understand the difference between an NFT, and you need to understand the difference between a utility token or a utility coin, a coin that actually has smart contracts and does something for our people. And that's what we have. We have something better than a Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is worth more and is doing phenomenal, and I'm not dissing Bitcoin in any way. I'm just telling you that Bitcoin, it was first. It was the first vehicle on the blockchain, but there's many different vehicles that offer utility that we need to be up on and using, and that's why I want y'all to go follow my brother Crypto Stock Markets. Y'all go follow my brother Crypto Stock Markets. I've been talking to his brother. His brother's well knowledgeable on the crypto and the blockchain, and he's going to start helping us teach classes and educate our people. He's foundational. He's going to start helping teaching our people on what crypto is and what the blockchain is and how we can utilize it as a people. So we're putting together some courses right now so our people can get that information, get that education. And this needs to be something that all of us, listen, if there's anything our people need to understand and know collectively, I would say it's blockchain. Blockchain technology. We need to understand what cryptocurrency is and how we can use that in our portfolio to build wealth. So did that answer your question, Ami?
Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely. That's I need guidance. I'm not afraid to say that. So yeah.
Good. All right, fine. Let me see if why don't you come on up here real quick, Crypto? Let me see who else we got in the background here. SL Scorpion. Crypto, can you come up here, brother? I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna request you up here. Let me just talk about it. Go ahead, SR Klopt. How you say your name, brother?
It's Sir Klopp.
Sir Klopt. Okay, talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
I just wanted to know what the FBA stood for.
Okay, it stands for Foundational Black American. Are you familiar? You're not familiar with that term?
No.
Okay, where are you from? Where's your family from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay. Do you have any immigrant in your background? Are you like have any Caribbean or African or anything like that?
Yeah, we Saxons, Anglo-Saxons.
Well, if you're a foundational Black American, you probably do have a little bit of European in you. What makes up a foundational Black American is we have some European ancestry. Some of us have African ancestry, and a lot of us have indigenous ancestry. That means we are indigenous Black people that were already here in the United States.
Now listen.
We had an ethnogenesis, and we are who we are today. We are a foundation of Black America.
Well, you might be correct, because did you know that European came from a black queen named Europa? So that really identifies as a black person. If you saying European, it don't identifies as 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 came from the Caucasus. No, they migrated from Georgia, Russia.
Okay, man, listen, I agree with you, man. I do know about Europa. I do know that indigenous Black people have founded every continent. I'll say it like that.
So we want to work on using the words correctly. Like when you say European, you really identifying black people. It wasn't 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀. They just took the name. They migrated. They invaded that land.
I agree.
They was the invaders. They used to be, and you said Africa, but the West once was a part of Africa. That's what don't nobody know. So until it was invaded, and the names was changed, and
okay,
you know how it go. You know how it go.
Yeah, I can follow that. Yeah, definitely. What I'm saying is I'm a foundational Black American. I'm at least indigenous to the United States. I have indigenous ancestry. My family comes from Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia and West Virginia, Ohio, Blackfoot, Cherokee, probably some other tribes as well. And those aren't the original names, but that's just what they were called later. But I'm definitely a foundational Black American. My family's been here longer than 1870. Since before the United States was even called the United States. We know about Amru Khan. Amru Khan is what America is. I'm in California. We know about Queen Khalifa. That's what California is named after, Queen Khalifa.
Do you know about New York? New York is the lower lands.
What? New York is what?
New York is the lower lands.
Lower lands. What's the lower lands? What's that?
It was basically all this land, like how all y'all proving that y'all natives, y'all really not. Y'all come from Saxon ancestry, not native ancestry. The natives come from y'all ancestry.
Are you a Moor?
No, I'm a Saxon.
You're losing me, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're losing me now, brother.
I'm a Saxon. I'm a Saxon. You know about the Anglo-Saxons?
I do know about Anglo-Saxons, brother, but you're losing me now, brother. Maybe that scholarship I need to research on, brother. But
I come from the lineage. Anglo stands for angel, England, angel land, divine, and Saxon stands for sons of Isaac.
Okay, I gotta do some research on that, brother. I'm not going to disagree with you. If you call yourself this is all I'm concerned about. If you of the lineage, I embrace you. If you're not of the lineage, I'm going to say deal with your homeland, deal with your people. Let me deal with mine. That's if some of our people who are foundational Black Americans, they consider themselves African Americans. I still embrace them. They just call themselves African American. Some of our people are Pan-Africanism. Even though I don't agree with Pan-Africanism, I still embrace them. Now, if they start talking too weird, if you like Africa so much, go over there and build it up. But I'm a foundational Black American. I'm 100% for my people. If you are indigenous, copper-colored people, I love you. I embrace
you. So do you identify as like do your lineage connect to the Bible? Like, do you consider yourself Hebrew?
Me personally, I know some of our people consider themselves Hebrew Israelites, and if they're of the lineage,
I ain't talking about the group or the religion. I'm talking about just the bloodline, not the people.
I'll say this: I do know that in the Americas, that one of the functioning languages that helped all the tribes talk together was Hebrew. I do know that. But me personally, I don't consider myself a Hebrew Israelite. I consider myself a foundation of Black America. But I do know we have brothers and sisters who consider themselves Hebrew Israelite, and I embrace them.
Like, do you understand that Hebrew, like the organization, that's something different. But when you identifying yourself to this group of people, when it's a book that tell you about the group of people and they wasn't native, the chosen people was not natives, bro. I don't know why everybody is like, I don't know why everybody, the natives that's here, they invaded this land. The chosen people that was here first is Hebrew, not the natives.
I'm not going to disagree with that, brother. I'm not. I don't look at the red natives like I look at indigenous people.
And they changed it. And they names was they consider themselves Saxons. And
I
this
don't know about that, brother.
and
I
listen,
don't know about that.
and listen, it's proof. Even the Statue of Liberty, that's an Anglo-Saxon. All this land was Saxon land, and all the West was Saxon land, which was black people, the Hebrews.
Okay. I'm just not familiar with calling themselves Saxons, so I got to do my research on that. But that's what I'm going to tell you.
If you go on my page, I got all the proof on my page. All you gotta do is go on my page, bro, and you start from there, and you can take it from there. But I got all the proof on my page that we were Saxons, and this was y'all trying to get reparation for one place.
I'll say this, brother. There's a lot of weird things on TikTok. Some of it true, some of it false, brother. So
I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you the real.
I hear you, brother. I hear you believe in what you're saying, but I'm telling you, I got to do my research. I'm not saying what you're saying is false. I'm not putting you down. I know you believe what you believe because you like you said, you've done the research.
I done the research. I know the only reason we ain't.
That's cool, brother. But there's a lot of weird stuff on TikTok, brother. A lot of weird stuff, brother.
Listen. We just
false.
Yeah, everything that I'm talking about is facts.
I got you, brother. So I'm glad you believe in that, brother. I'm gonna bid you a good night. I'll check your page out, and we'll go from there. But it's just I don't got time for that, brother. To be honest with you, but I'll check your page out, and I'll look into it. That's the best I can tell you. If there's some truth in it, I'm gonna latch on to it. But I don't want to distract the people, and I don't want you getting angry. Because I'm just telling you the truth, brother. I don't know. Some of that stuff is sounding. I don't know. What's up, Crypto?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good with you, brother?
Man, nothing. I was just up listening to you. I was working on some things, putting it all together. Yeah, that brother. Yeah, it could be a lot of truth to what he was saying. And I don't think anybody is here to even dispute this. Are you FBA? Are you foundationally here or not? Like,
that's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. If you my people, I'm gonna embrace you, man. But if there's some new information, I'm not gonna discount it. I kind of heard a little bit about what he's talking about, and there may be some truth to what he's talking about, especially when you start bringing up Hebrew and we spoke. I do know that the language, if people don't know, just so you know, if you don't know, just do some research, that the language here that was common, the reason why the Moors were able to speak with some of the indigenous people here is because of the language of Hebrew.
Okay.
That's how they were able to communicate when all those explorers brought these Moors with them and they brought them over here and they were able to speak the language of the indigenous Black tribes here. It was because they spoke Hebrew. The best way to explain it, if you go to Africa, they have a language called Swahili. Now that's not the only language on the continent of Africa. Africa has over 5,000 different tribes and 5,000 different languages, different tongues. But one of their common languages that they're able to speak with the other tribes over there was Swahili.
Okay.
If it wasn't for German, Dutch, English, French, and Swahili, they would not be able to talk to each other because their tongues is a night and day over in that country or in that continent. But over here, we had many different tribes also. And we all had our own dialect and our own language. And one of the ways we were able to talk to the 𝗖𝗂𝗵𝘁𝘂𝘁 or the Cherokee or the Blackfoot was Hebrew. Now that's actually true.
Yeah. That was the common ground, common language that we all knew. I got you.
Mm-hmm. That was the common language. That was our identifying factor. That's how come the Moors were able to come over here and talk to the indigenous people, because they spoke a dialect of Hebrew. Enough Hebrew to get things going.
Hey, quick question though. Putting the blockchain. Do you want me to go all the way technical, or
try to if we can, let's make it so that a 5-year-old can understand it.
All right. Okay. Well, then that's easier.
Yeah, I want to go technical, but I want to do, like, if we can, I want to separate like blockchain 101 and like I want to go beginner level, intermediate, and then advanced.
All right. Well, I just make separate ones. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, because we got it. We got grandmas. I need the grandmas to understand this. They don't have to necessarily participate in it, which I would love for them to do, but they don't have to. But I want them to be able to get their grandkids, they sons, they daughter, and be like, and know enough to say, hey man, you need to check out this FBA coin. You need to check out the blockchain. And I want our elders to start passing that message down, and them being able to get involved as well too. So
Okay.
you want to make the language so everybody who don't know nothing about blockchain, once they get finished with your course, they know enough on how to get on and do what they need to do, especially be able to purchase and donate to the coin.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So y'all follow my brother Crypto Stock Markets. Y'all follow him. He's gonna be putting together some courses. He already got some videos on there right now. If you guys want to know about crypto trading and what coins are hot right now, I'm not saying he's giving out financial advice or anything like that, but I'm saying go check out his page and do your due diligence. And where you find value, get in where you fit in. Talk to this brother. Ask him some questions.
I'll be on the lives and things with you. I always, I'm supporting, sharing the information. So any questions, I'll always be here. So
appreciate it. So we got our crypto expert in the house, man. Let's utilize him. I know people, there's lots of people making money in that crypto arena, and I'm not saying go jump out there and be a crash dummy, but I'm saying get some scholarship, get some understanding, learn about what these things are. There's people that do day. Now I don't do day trading. When my financial background is more into long-term, mid-term, short-term strategies. Day trading is a whole other animal. But when I was in the financial industry, I dealt with money managers, and their job was to make my clients' money grow. And when I'm talking about money manager, I'm not talking about the where you just put your money into an account and hope it grows. I'm talking about money managers to where they actively invested your money, actively manage your money. That means every day they're moving your money around so it can grow.
yeah, I don't recommend anybody jumping crypto or stocks or anything and just try to be a trader. That's an actual skill set. It takes time. And
Exactly.
most of us work 9 to 5 jobs. We got families, and that takes time to learn. If you do want to get into that, take your time with that. They got play money to where you can play around, but as far as investing and trading, it's different.
There you go. That, man, see, when you hear people talk like that, that's when you know you gotta listen to them. If you start hearing people say, "Hey, man, come get this, come get that," I got this AI that's gonna help you invest, and that's where you get into that scamminess, y'all. When y'all start seeing these people come up and say, "Hey, man, join my group and follow our trade," you got to be really, 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 really careful at that, man. You got to make sure that you do your due. I'm always going to tell you guys, do your due diligence first. Don't jump into nothing you don't know about. The money managers and the active money managers I dealt with in the financial industry, these are highly smart, intelligent people, and they have a skill set for this. And that's why they're able to make my clients money. And these and they always, it wasn't that I'm like, here, man, go listen to this money man. No, these money managers were connected to people like BlackRock, Prudential, Fidelity. You know, these were the ones that they hired to manage the money. So if you understand anything about insurance and you understand anything about the stock market, the biggest investors in the stock market will always be an insurance company. And insurance companies are the ones that insure everybody's money and life. So you heard of something called bankrupt, but you never heard an insurance company go out of business. You know, you don't hear insurance rupt. That's not a term, because that's not true. The insurance is the people that actually invest the bank's money, and they insure the bank's money. So those were the things that I was putting my clients on. My specialty is in vehicles. What are tax advantage vehicles and what are not tax advantage vehicles? That was my specialty. Long-term, short-term, mid-term strategy. How to use these vehicles to create wealth. Not necessarily in picking the stock that's going to blow up. I don't know anything about that. I know that's a skill set. But when it comes to investment vehicles like 401k, 403bs, IRAs, SEP IRAs, things like that, mutual funds, unit investment trusts, trusts, those are the things I know about that I can help the community with. But as far as picking what horse is going to win the race, I can't tell you that. That's a different skill set. That's not mine.
That's why I like what FBA got going on right now, brother. I mean, I think that's going to be the difference in our future to come. It's going to be the elders, like you say, financial people just in place to teach everybody. You know, the game is to be shared and passed down and handed down, and we've been cut out of everything. You know, this 𝗖cie society, they got control, and I don't blame them either. They got control. I would look out for my family too. So,
yeah, I keep telling y'all, listen, they have to lie. They have to steal. They have to do the things that they're doing. They don't believe in fairness. I want you to understand, they can't believe in fairness. They may try to tell you they believe in fairness, but they really don't. They cannot really have integrity. They really can't, because it doesn't benefit them. If we lived in an economy and in a system that was really fair benefits us, not them.
Yep, they cut us out of sports, and they dominated sports. But as soon as they let us in, it's a one-on-one battle. Who the best? And it's always been us. They say, you know, you can't be a quarterback. You're not smart enough. And as soon as they let us be quarterbacks, that's all you see in the Super Bowls now. It's a blackout now. You know, every quarterback coming to the league is black now. So
every industry they let us in, technology, all the STEMs. If they really let us up in there like that, we dominate. You understand? When the rules are clearly defined, we dominate.
Yep, no red lining, none of that stuff get in the way. Like, yeah, we definitely.
We proved it coming out of slavery, y'all. When they set us free and didn't give us no money, by 1917 we had over 200,000 farms. We had over 30,000 masonries. We had over over $500 billion in assets and land.
Brother, I think we proved it in chains. We made a lot of the adventures in chains.
In chains.
You gotta think about that. We built America in chains.
In chains. We built the whole everything. There's not an industry, there's not a building that we didn't touch. There's not a road, there's not a rail system. that we didn't touch. There's not a gold mining or oil rig that we didn't touch in chains. The first automobile, we invented the first dang automobile. Do you understand that? We did that. Now, who was credited with mass producing that, which was really a George Washington Carver invention, was Henry Ford. But you know, Henry Ford is not. It's not. He's not known for making the first automobile. People think that, but that's not what he's known for. And it doesn't say he created the first automobile. He's known for mass producing the first automobile. But who made it was the foundation of Black America. Even the plane patent, even the patent of the first airplane, Charles Page, that was us. That was us, family. So when you understand the greatness that's in us, man, you know why the dominant society is not trying to let us get no shine. Because the moment that not only do we got the dominant gene, we got the dominant everything. We got the skills to really take over and do what we need to do. That's why we're running our program the way we're running it right now. That's why we're getting off their system, because their system is always gonna keep putting us back at the bottom. It's gonna keep bringing in more buffer class. We have to operate in a system where no matter what they do, we still shine. That's why we have to get our own system. We have to go back to our own, for lack of a better word, we have to segregate in order to get our power back. Because they're actually taking our power away in this integration and giving it to all these other groups who don't deserve it. They're giving our resources to other groups that don't deserve it, that didn't fight, that didn't get unalive for this, that didn't put no sweat equity in this. Their blood is not on this soil. Ours is. So we have to take back our power. And to do that, we must delineate. I'm not going instead of saying segregate, I'm going to just say we must delineate.
I feel like right now, Black Americans specifically are starting to do that, and people notice it. Because it's like so many other groups that have recently like called out specifically Black Americans because they feel like entitled to our advocacy or entitled to our help. Like feel like they can't like bring their cause like to the finish line or to mainstream attention unless we get involved. We're like the moral arbiters of like the world, basically.
Come
Because we've
on.
been on the right side of history every time.
Come on.
Way before everybody else came on board.
And that's our power. We stay on the right. Listen, as long as we stay on the right side of history, as long as we continue to be the righteous people that that the Most High put us on this earth to be, they can't do nothing but be ashamed of themselves and their deeds. See, what they want to do is, family, they want to make us the scapegoat. Do y'all know what a scapegoat is?
Yeah, we've been scapegoated and gaslit at the same time.
A scapegoat is this is what a scapegoat is, family. A scapegoat is something that in the Israelite community, right? Now the Most High gave them some they said you can pass your sins on to these animals. You lay hands and you put it on this, and you put all your sins on this animal, and then you take that goat that you laid hands on, and you don't eat that one. That's not the goat you eat. The scapegoat is not the goat you eat. The scapegoat is the goat that you tie up and walk outside of the camp. All the other ones, they die, they get unalive for your sins, but the scapegoat is the one you lay hands on and you transfer all your sins on, and then you let outside the gate for it to wander and be unalive on its own. That's what they're trying to make us, family. They're trying to make us the scapegoat. They're trying to transfer all their degeneracy, all their sins on us. They're trying to make us be the criminals. They're trying to make us be the thugs, when it's really them. They're trying to make us be the unalivers. We just go on an unalive. They're trying everything that they are. They're trying. They use us to transfer their sins on, and they let us wander around the wilderness until we get
That's happening all across the board. Like remember during COVID, the Asians tried to act like black people were committing hate crimes against them, when the data showed overwhelmingly that it was white males committing those hate crimes. But they didn't address that even when we brought that to their attention.
Come on. So we can't be nobody's scapegoat no more. You're not. That's why I said, the scriptures say, lay hands on no man suddenly. Don't let nobody. Listen, I don't want their prayers, family. Don't pray for me. If you're not of the lineage and you don't got righteous hands and you're not a person that's really leading by example, don't pray for me. I don't want your prayers because I know what that is. Don't let them touch your hair because they loved it. Oh, can I just touch? No. Don't touch my hair. Leave my head alone. Because that was the thing back in slavery, family, where they used to try to get the luck from our hair. They thought it was something magical because that energy, that electricity that stores up in our hair. They want that. Go ahead, brother.
Like even like when the agents tried to got affirmative action tossed out because they thought that them letting in black people was why they weren't getting let in at the rate that they should have been.
Backfired, didn't it?
Then it backfired on them, and then now they getting let in less.
Now they get let in less. Exactly. Because, listen, affirmative action never benefited us, family. DEI never benefited us. It was a trick bag.
Exactly.
It thinks that we're included, but we're not really included. It's for them. It's so more immigrants can get into power and get these jobs and get these positions.
When people try to incite anger and black people saying and Trump's getting rid of DEI, I'm like, good. I'm glad he's doing it. People waste all that time, all that money, all that media attention on DEI, and it was all much ado about nothing.
That's it.
DEI was strictly, to me, mainly just for the rainbow.
Come on.
That's what DEI was for.
Come on. And that's what they go bring a weirdo t'other who's moist, and that covers that covers all spectrums of DEI right there.
Yep.
And they're done. That's their quota. Now they can hire their own people and continue business as usual.
The candidates we put up for the next election, they all the black candidates need to be grassroots.
All of them. They're not.
I'm not taking none of these career politicians seriously.
It's another trick bag. That's they bridge. That's they bridge to look out for their people every time.
Right now, see that Minnesota Monique. Monique, did you see that dude from Minnesota that's running for mayor out there in Minnesota? Did you see that dude forehead? I mean, look, I don't want to denigrate the Somalis, man, but Jesus Christ, this dude is. We not voting no big foreheads in. I'm sorry, we not voting no big foreheads in. No weird last name. No janky hairline. Monique, did you see that dude in Minnesota? Hold on, I'll wait till she get back.
I don't even want to see him.
Did y'all see what Obama said?
About what?
He said all young men should be mentored by a rainbow man.
What?
He said that?
Yep.
Obama didn't lost his goddamn mind.
Oh nah. Yeah, we don't listen. Thank God we are so over Obama. Thank God the black community is waking up behind Obama. When you say some weird, that's some tether stuff.
I don't think Obama realized that.
He realized that. He played his part, and to see that he's part of awakening everybody up. That's why I'm kind of glad he said that, because I've been saying for a few years now, he didn't really help us. What he did was some of the worst things that could have been done.
I was criticizing Obama while he was in office. I was in middle school.
Yeah, well, a lot of what he did, I disagree with. and now it's kind of coming to light the play that he pulled on us.
Did y'all see Nicki Minaj criticizing Jay-Z about like not speaking out during the election and saying, didn't Obama call out for the brothers to speak out? Ain't you the brother?
I didn't see that.
She was like, all those favors Obama did you, and you couldn't
Listen.
come out and advocate.
Oh Lord, and they put it all on Michelle Obama. It was only a matter of time before former First Lady Michelle Obama convinced her husband to make an appearance on her podcast. Former President Barack Obama stopped by and was a guest on this. So I gotta watch that episode. He said that on a podcast.
Yeah, he said he had a professor who was of the rainbow, and yeah, that's where it come from.
Did he tell it on himself? I mean, yeah. Let me tell you something. Y'all know a lot of those politicians are freaky, right? Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
Y'all know the people on television. They're truly are actors. You know that, right? They're truly are actors. They're pretending to be straight. Y'all know that, right?
That's what I believe. That's what I've been just looking at that whole
I know
Hollywood.
y'all don't want to believe some of these actors out there are not like y'all. I don't want to mention no name. Tom Cruise, Brad. I don't want to mention no names. Y'all know these guys are really, really great. These are great actors because they make you believe they are straight men and women. And they all tossing it up like Skittles and Rainbow. Throwing it back.
Even when Obama's saying that, you can see like this is clearly an agenda. What's the
Just say
purpose of even
this.
saying that?
Won't no straight man say that.
Won't no straight black foundational man say no stuff like that. It's not going to happen. See, we are. Do y'all know that we are the picture of masculinity, and that's why they attack a foundational Black Americans the most with this LGBTQ agenda, and they want to make us the face of LGBTQ because when it comes to masculinity, we are the face of masculinity. It's not
For
no
sure.
white.
That's why they treat our
The face of
12,
masculinity, the
13-year-old
face of
boys like that.
athleticism,
They come right at our 12, 13-year-old boy because they see the
the face of black political
they
thought.
more man than they are.
I can't disagree with that. So when you said that, I had to go look at the candidates out because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
A lot of big foreheads.
A lot of big foreheads, or is he?
A lot of candidates I was referring to, but we're the biggest. We have the biggest population of Somali American or Somali outside of Mogadishu. So,
Who's the biggest? Do we got any foundational in Minnesota to combat that?
yes, but Ron Cruz was running for Senate or House. They attacked him at the knees because he had a record. There was another one, I forget his name. He didn't live inside of the city, so of course they tried to crush him. Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty.
If y'all let a brother that
Well,
look
I'm not in Minneapolis. I'm in St. Paul, so I can't vote. I can't vote that.
man, you better gather up the troops down there in Minnesota, man, in Minneapolis, man. They better not let that bro. I wish, and I want to find a picture of this dude. Y'all, when y'all see this dude, man, and listen, I'm not listen. I'm just indulging in my culture, okay. That's why we can't let so many people over here because some of them people just look straight up weird. They belong in their homeland. Look, because in their homeland they look normal. But over here, they look weird, family. Like I swear to God, he probably got some web feet. I don't know. But the dude, he looked worse than Captain Jack. Remember that? Remember what's that pirate? What's that movie with the Somali pirates? He looked worse than that dude, man. Worse.
Like the same people.
He looked worse, man. and he's running for mayor. And when I saw that dude, man, I was like, oh Lord. And it's so listen, they make it listen. It's so easy for us to know who's who now. It's
Mm-hmm.
so easy to know who's who now. So we should be able to be like, hey, that's a tether. No. We need to run a play. We need to make it so if you are an immigrant, you are not allowed to run for any office in this country. If you have dual citizenship, you should not be allowed to run for any office in this country.
This is kind of just a sidebar. I did invite those two were current and former senators that I told you I know to this live right now. So hopefully they come in.
Okay, that would be good, man. I hope they come in. That would be awesome. I wanna chop it up with them. And they FBA.
Yes.
Love
The
it.
former one especially. I don't think the current one could speak to it too much because he's currently in office.
Are they Democrat, Republican? What are they?
I believe they ran under them.
Oh Lord, they gonna I'm
I
gonna gotta
believe.
hey, listen,
Don't quote me.
man, we gonna have to talk. I want them to be George Santos at this point. I want them to tell on themselves. I want to know all the dirt going on in that party. I want to know everything. I want to know everything. I need y'all to tell the truth and shame the devil. I need y'all to come up out of that propaganda and witchcraft they under called the Democratic Party. I need them to come back to B1 Brigade. I need them to come back. And I'll be respectful though. I'll be respectful to them. I'll be respectful. I won't be too hard on them. But I can't, even if they were Republican, especially after George Santos then spilled the beans on what's going on in the Republican Party. Family, do y'all know that our political party is a political theater? It's full of drunks, drug addicts, sexual deviants, and these are the people that we have voting for policy and budget in our country.
I mean, come on, this top spot. Look at that.
Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, too much. You learn that right away though when you when you just grinding through life and then you finally sit at the table and you having conversations with people at the table and you thought all this time you had to learn this and do this and you're like, man, I'm across the table for some idiots.
Listen. No, I did. You know when I found out that was true? When I went to Bible college. When I went to when I got my bachelor's in biblical studies and I was hanging around all these so-called preachers and doctors, people who want their doctorate degree, and I found out they were dumb as rocks.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I said, "This is the clergy. This is what behind the veil looks like." And when they found out I wasn't one of them, they tried to get me up out the paint, y'all, because you got to be kind of you got to have an ego to make it up in those rooms. You got to be searching for something like clout. A lot of them are clout chasers. They want to put a title behind their name so bad so they can be looked up to. But these people are reading from the commentary.
Yeah.
That's what turned me off. And I said, man, I don't want anything. Listen, all I want is God. I don't want religion. That's what made me to step away. When I saw what was going on, they teach you how to get an offering. They teach you how to get the people emotional so they can get in the mindset to give. When they start doing that, my stomach was turning. My whole spirit was like, this ain't right. And anybody who goes through these classes and believes that that's God, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
And that's why as people who are like free thinkers, everywhere in our society, they always shut down. Whenever you're using your logic and you're not using the books that they put in front of you, when you questioning the books that they put in front of you, they always want to shut you down.
Man, and they tried, man. Listen, man, I graduated top of the class. I was the smartest person in that class. I actually did the homework. They weren't even doing the homework. But they were just getting passed. The teacher was just passing them. Like, here you go. Because they were already in positions of power within their respective church. And all they needed was another title.
And that's what we gotta stop using as people. We gotta stop using those titles, and you gotta look at what you're doing. What did you do? Let me see what you done did.
When I hear somebody say you refer to me as doctor, and they ain't no real doctor or no real dentist, that's when I start, brother, I'm not even gonna give you that respect of calling you doctor or anything. I'm gonna call you by your first name, and I might slight you when I say it now, because I know that's what you after. Oh, I'm Doctor so and so of this church and this divinity, apostle, bishop. The moment you start leading with a title and thinking I gotta call you bishop, what's your name again, sir?
Yep.
Because I'm gonna leave the bishop off and the apostle off and all that other titles on purpose, and I'm gonna look at you in your eye. The moment you give me your hand like this, like I'm supposed to, like we at Catholic church and you kiss the ring type of stuff, I'm squeezing your hand.
I'm gonna break it. I was just gonna say I'm breaking that.
I'm breaking that. The moment you try to do this to me, I'm giving you that firm handshake to where you just want to pull that thing back. I don't play that stuff, y'all. I really don't, man. I don't do all that. That's why I know some of y'all in a religion and it's cool, but just give me the Most High and give me my ancestors, and that's all I need. The scriptures are the scriptures. I'm never going to down talk the scriptures, but that Bible, that religion that y'all try to put on it, I don't want that. I don't want nothing to do with that. Nothing. But if you believe in it, I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to judge you for it. God bless you. If it's working for you, you tithe in your 10th, and the pastor get a new car, and the pastor get a plane, God bless you. As long as you're receiving something for your tithing and your 10th and all, and you getting blessed behind it, man, I'm not gonna stop it. I'm not gonna stop it. But a lot of y'all are probably more righteous than your pastor. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of y'all kids.
I got no problem with the people who tithe out there and whatever. I think that's a good concept for a community. And when you see tithing or any construct where you see things going into the community and support, like I'm always for that.
Yeah.
When I don't see anything going in the community, I'm stepping away.
Yeah, I love it. Man, listen, we need tithing in the black community.
I was just gonna say, yeah, the tithes were supposed to be for the needy.
Imagine if we gave a 10th to the black community of what we can have and what we can do. Everybody got in the habit to the church. We had some place we could send the funds and some place for a think tank type of group to manage those funds and do something with that for our community. That's powerful, right?
You think we could put the funds on like something connected to blockchain?
Of course. I'm always gonna bring up the FBA coin because it's available for us. Imagine if we did that.
That's what we need to do.
Imagine if we did that, and we had a DAO governance to manage the funds, and then give listen. That's our loan. That's our business. We can loan that back out to our people at a 0 or 1% rate of return. We don't gotta make money off our people. We gotta get our people in position to make money and to build wealth. Imagine if we did something like that. That would be so powerful.
Yeah, this is a big idea. I don't think people thought about this before.
That would be so powerful. But it's gonna be hard to change some of them church folks, man. It's gonna be hard, or to get people to go above and beyond. Okay, keep your tenth at the church, but give another tenth to your community.
The church ain't doing nothing with the money.
They ain't doing nothing with. They ain't been doing it. Listen, we can map the church from when it first got into our community, and we can ask what has the church done. Let's just look at it plain and simple. You've been tithing to this church for 20 plus years. What did the pastor get richer, or did the congregation get richer? That's all I want to know.
We know who got richer in every case.
And that's the thing, even with that tithing. Like, a lot of people don't know they tithing, and then they years later they come across some hard times.
Hey, FBA, stand up, man.
Like
that church be right there for you.
My grandparents are super Democratic, but they like are super like church going people. So they're like always defending the Democrats, and they're like always defending the pastor of our church.
Hey,
do y'all see that?
Hey, Too Much. How you doing, bro?
Is pretty much running this church.
Brother.
Hey, this big Zop, bro.
Let my brother finish talking real quick, brother. Just let him finish talking. I don't want to cut him off. Go ahead, brother.
I'm saying, yeah, they support the Democrats, and they always defend my pastor too. But our pastor, he runs our church like Donald Trump. Like, that's how he acts and how he behaves.
Wow. Okay. Now, what were you saying, brother?
I said this big Zop, bro.
Oh, what's up, Big Zop? What's up, brother?
You know, they banned me. You know, they banned all three of my pages because I'm a black conservative. So
yeah,
FBA, stand up, man, all day. Look, my grandma was a pastor, so you know what I mean. Like, but she was more spiritual than worry about money. We already had money. We come from, you know what I mean. Like, my grandma was a homeowner. We didn't really need no church money. My grandma was just a spiritual person. But I've been in churches where the pastor will lock the doors and say, "Hey, if you ain't giving us no money," you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on, the black church ain't haven't did nothing for the black community at all, period. So, like, them marksmen, like, I don't really listen to pastors because they money grabbers. You know what I mean? More than being more spiritual. You know what I mean? My grandma taught me that. You know what I mean? So, you got to watch a lot of those, even though they might sound good and talk good, they be doing the devil work. You know what I mean? Because you supposed to get back to the community. I mean, some of them do, not all of them, but majority of them, they money grabbers, bro. We not doing that. And look, at the end of the day, if you ain't FBA and you ain't about our best interest, I don't want to hear it.
Maybe during the civil rights era, the black church was more involved and beneficial to the black community. I think like something changed.
Well, Jeff Fort was more beneficial.
Then they went all to like prosperity preaching, like promising their congregation that they gonna like get in here, like get so much wealth someday.
Jeff Fort was more beneficial to the black community than the church was.
You said what was?
Jeff
You from
Fort.
Illinois, brother?
What is that?
Chicago, gang.
Yeah, I'm right by you.
I'm just saying, it was black leaders in the black community was doing more than what the churches was doing.
Yeah.
I knew you had to
them off the street.
Chicago. He's saying Jeff Ford.
Oh yeah, I'm saying because I'm from the low end, bro. We had programs what they was doing that the government didn't even want them to do. They was helping us out. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of the so-called black gangsters was doing more for the community than the church.
They was protecting a woman and children. Like, I'm from the trenches. When they say, look, kids wasn't involved in none of that gang activity. It wasn't for that, bro. It was for, you know, it was situations where if you give a black man a way of employment and fast money, of course they go grab to that. You know what I mean? Because they're not making as much money as their counterparts at that time. So that would happen. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these politicians, they not doing nothing at all. Period. So I don't even know why black people even vote for Democrats.
Come on.
Man, a lot of times they don't know the game that's being played. But if you talk to them and you don't put no candidates, or you don't lead with the Democrat Republican, you just say policies and where they want money to go and stuff like that. they'll change. They won't even agree with none of those Democrat policies at all. But they always find a way to. It's almost like they brainwash.
But like when I got my Facebook page, I got nothing but black followers. My hood. And I say I voted for Trump. You should see how they act, bro. It's like, damn, G, like y'all love the Democratic Party that much. Like it's crazy. They so locked in. I'm talking about the average person. They love Democrats.
Let me let y'all know about Trump, man. Listen. You're not supposed to like Trump.
No.
But Trump is necessary. You're not supposed to like Trump. But Trump is necessary. Because Trump is going to be a lot of the reason why black people get on code.
The right way.
Let Trump do what he's doing. Because he's bringing that. Listen, do you know Trump is single-handedly bringing down political part? He single-handedly destroyed the Democratic Party and single-handedly is destroying the Republican Party. The Republican Party is more divided than it's ever been in its entire life.
Yeah.
Especially with the switch up that Trump did. Especially with the switch up. The switch up of distancing himself from Elon Musk.
Yeah, but look, he's
getting closer to Netanyahu. They're getting a broke. Listen, man. Y'all better let Trump do what he's doing, man, because it's waking. He is single-handedly destroying the propaganda spell that we've all been under, and now it's just
Too Much.
wide open.
Hey, Too Much. How you feel about him letting Alice Johnson be a pardon czar? The black woman, the FBA woman.
I like that.
Well, wasn't that cold? But people say, "Oh man, Donald Trump a racist." Why would you put a black woman in charge of letting people out of prison?
Hey, listen, I don't got a problem. Listen. I'm like, let Trump be Trump.
Yeah, but I'm saying people was calling him racist. But why would he get a black woman that much power?
And listen. I'm like this. At least it was a foundational black American.
That's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit.
Period.
You don't have to not be a
They're
racist.
gonna put a black face up there, but it's gonna be a test.
No, that's a real black face though.
But he put
You don't have to not be a racist.
Even when he had Omarosa up there. Right?
You know what I'm saying? Listen what I'm saying.
I don't subscribe to that calling Trump the 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie word. I don't subscribe. I don't subscribe to that. That's Democratic talking points. That's CIA, FBI talk. If you ask me, that's propaganda and witchcraft. When you go there, see, we know what Hitler did. We know what he did.
Yeah, for sure.
We know what he's done, and that's not Trump.
Not at all.
That's not Trump.
And you see the law he just put it past, right? With the illegal substance, with that Chinese substance that affect the black community.
Oh yeah,
I
seen that.
You seen that law he just passed? Anybody get caught with that 10-year minimum?
Oh,
a Schedule 1 on smug now. So anybody get caught or developing or handling Chinese smugs, you get 10 years minimum.
And listen, man. Look, man, we got our certified big 𝗲 on the board to tell us he's for it.
I'm with it.
A real one, y'all.
Look, I might go rent me a van. To be honest, when ICE hit Chicago, just so I can get some of them ICE contracts. I need the money.
Man, listen. Listen. I saw one black ICE agent. Finally.
Yeah, put me on.
I think more of y'all need to get on board. That's 100,000.
Hey, they put me in.
No, come out with the perks and the overtime. 250,000. It's I think 119 to 150 is the base, but with the bonus and the overtime,
Overtime is crazy.
You're gonna be making 250.
Hey, guard your wealth right there, baby. I applied though. I applied.
Man, good. I hope you get on. Man, imagine if our brothers from the block start doing that.
What? I put them on. Look, I go on Facebook and they don't like me since I made my page professional. They can't block me no more. I be posting all type of stuff, bro. They don't like it, bro.
Big dog, man. I'm so happy to hear you, brother. I'm glad to be talking to you because it's been a while, but I'm proud.
Yeah, they banned me, bro. They banned all 3 of my accounts.
I got you. That's what happened. They coming after this one, by the way, y'all. I'm on my last leg on this one. So if this one gets taken out, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
Hey, too much. I'm about to step down. I gotta eat.
Sir.
Then I'm gonna get back on it. Everybody have a good day.
I have a good one, bro.
Everybody do me a favor.
Got that crypto,
follow crypto stock markets. Follow my brother. We're working on some things together, especially with FBA coin and getting the blockchain education out to our people. So follow my brother. We're gonna be working on some things.
Hey, did you get that FBA coin going?
It's up. FBAcoin.org. We're just building the liquidity before we release. We're doing private sales. Doing private sales right now and donations right now. And then we're going to release the actual coin once we build up the liquidity pool. Because right now, without the liquidity pool, that coin's not worth anything. It's just not worth anything. There's no point in putting out a coin that's worth $0. We have to build the liquidity pool first. Once the liquidity pool is built first, then we release it. Then it's going to have action, and it's going to do what it do. And all we got to do is support it.
Too much.
Yes, sir.
White liberals hating us right now. They don't want us on the same playing field as them. Like, people got to realize that. White liberals looking like, oh, man, y'all only getting 2 years on Section 8. We don't need Section 8. We trying to build generational wealth. We need homeowners. We don't need no government assistance.
Come on.
They don't want us to empower ourselves. The Democratic Party. Because if that's the case, why we got so many dangerous black cities and our education is low? Why y'all take all our vocational careers away from us? Why y'all pushing us on tech? Like, come on, man, stop it, man.
What happened to our Boys and Girls Club? How come they not funding those?
Man, because they gave it to all the migrants. You know what they did with the money? Not too much here in Chicago. That's what they did. They went to go buy scooters to do Uber Eats.
Wow.
You should see them downtown too much. They are everywhere on scooters, messing up traffic.
Do y'all see how ineffective the Congressional Black Caucus is? That's the biggest caucus. That's the biggest caucus within Congress. That's the biggest caucus within Congress. They never just make a stance, and then if they don't get a buyer in what they request, just say, okay, no, we're not doing nothing.
Hey, black politicians,
it only takes 2 Democrats, Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. They can shut down a whole $2 trillion spending bill. But it's
too much. We got a black Republican running.
They have never took a stance and shut down anything.
Who we got running, Big Dog?
Her name Kristen Maxwell. She running District 1 against Jesse Jackson's son, Jonathan Jackson.
Oh, she better take him.
He trying to be a congressman back in Chicago.
Jesus Christ. If you anything like your daddy, man, we can't have you.
His son was stealing money with his wife, and she divorced him.
Didn't the son go to jail?
Yeah, but this Jonathan Jackson, this another son.
Oh, yeah, we can't. See,
he's running for congressman for District 1 in Chicago.
I want y'all to go watch the interview with George Santos and Tucker Carlson. I'm gonna keep promoting it because it's so good. If you don't sit down there and watch that interview with Tucker Carlson and George Santos and understand exactly what's going on in these congressional seats and these congressional office, this brother is going to jail for 7 years, and in the next 5 to 10 days, he's going to be in jail, and he's going to do 7 years for doing something that all politicians do, family. I mean, every last one of them, they gave him 7 years because he didn't resign. They wanted him to resign, and they wanted to give that seat to somebody else because he finessed his way up in there. And when he didn't resign, they gave him 7 years. Now, did he do the crime? Yes, he did. Should he go to jail? Yes, he should. But I love the fact that he's willing to snitch on everybody before he goes.
On the right way.
This brother is telling it all. And this is the Republican Party. So just think of how messed up the Democratic Party is.
Now, look at 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘵𝘁𝘀. He sold Obama seat.
Sold it. Sold it to the highest bidder.
And who got him out? Donald Trump.
So all I'm saying, family, is y'all need to, if y'all want to know why foundational Black Americans are getting more on code, is because we are understanding that we really don't. We cannot depend on the government for anything. Absolutely nothing. From top to the bottom, it's in shambles, and it's just a matter of time before it all comes crumbling down. And if we don't build a system, and we don't have a people moving on code, I don't expect all 50 million of us to get on code.
No, just put your flag outside your house so you know what you own. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're really down with FBA, we need all. Hey, look, those you can make that FBA flag. You make those?
Yeah, we got the foundational Black American flag already. We got that already.
No, I know that. I know they got the FBA flags, but I'm saying, like, you know how you got your hat FBA?
Yeah.
A flag just like with just FBA on it. I know you got.
Yeah, I can make something like that. I can get something like that going. If that's something that the family wants, that's nothing. I can do that, and then y'all go to the website, get it, and we rock it, because we're going to start a heavy on. We're going to start a movement, and that movement's going to be on code. Are you on code? We're going to make a major push to make sure our people understand codified language and what on code really is, and what being on code is about. And in a minute, it's about to get so deep where if you're not on code, you're going to be shamed up in a minute. We're going to bring back shame, but you shame the correct way. If you not on
jive turkey.
Yeah. If you're not on code, you're not part of what we're doing. So we're gonna do a heavy push to get our people on code. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get some T-shirts that say "on code."
Hey, do you see the press secretary, Biden press secretary, the Haitian lady? She tried to come out with a book now.
Yeah, it's always a tell-all.
Now, how you gonna talk when they asked about reparation? Turned the nose up. Like, girl, go back to Haiti.
Nose up at them. That's why we turn our nose up at them. But we don't need all 50 million to get on code. But we do need. I'm gonna say I want to push my goal. If I had a goal and I need to make it big, I want to get at least 20 million of us on code.
I can rock with that.
I'll accept 1 million. I'll accept 2 million. But my goal, if we can get 20 million of us on code, it's game over. It's game over.
Hey, you know, I had me and Roland Martin. We had an interview back in like 2018, right?
You talking to Roland Martin?
Yeah. Look, I get on this show, and this during the time when a lot of black brothers was getting unalived, and I was basically telling him, bro, I think Obama should bring up a law to protect Black Americans, because at that time, you know, we had the incident in like South Carolina, the guy running away and stuff was happening. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do. Bro, hold on, relax, bro.
Was this on his? Did he have this recorded? Did I see this?
No, he deleted it though. I had him hit it. He was sweating. He was wiping his head off. He deleted our whole interview because he was basically saying that the president can't put in laws to basically, you know what I'm saying, protect black people. Because, I mean, even though I know we got hate crimes in, but at the same time, at that time when Obama was in office.
You know what? He may have deleted it, but he did talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
He deleted it. I remember seeing something like that where he was like, this fool came on there and said,
yes.
Beep, 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 beep. He was going off.
Yeah, that was me.
He was going off. So that was you.
That was me.
This uneducated black fool.
Yes.
Blah, 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 beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. He didn't show the show though. He didn't show the interview.
You talking about Roland?
Yeah, he didn't show the interview though, did he?
He didn't show the interview. So that was you, big dog.
That was me. I ate him up. You feel me? I know you a tether.
You know, the only ones he shows is of the black people that don't know nothing, that don't know nothing about politics. He gonna bring those up. He gonna showcase him whooping on them.
Yeah, but hey,
told me, and then bop, and
I had his pennies in a bunch.
Watch me eat him up. He don't know nothing about politics, and I'm like, nigga, bring me up.
I had his panties in a bunch.
Y'all did it on his little
He had
online.
a podcast at this time. It's like you know, it wasn't even during the pandemic or nothing like this.
He still has that podcast.
Yeah, I know, but he deleted. I was on it, but he
think he's so tied in and connected with the Democrats.
Yeah, because
I used to watch his show because like his show actually was informative of what was going on, I guess, in Black America. But
I didn't watch his show. I knew he was a tether, so
just his opinions was what used to be the irritating part. But he's had effects.
Let me tell you something, man.
And he used to have like a lot of different black people on there, like black economists.
I call these pseudo blacks. Okay, he run these pseudo black shows, and it's geared at the liberal, educated, boule black man. You know, that's the demographics he's looking for. And he had these pseudo conversations with these pseudo blacks. They get up there and they try to, you know, talk smart and talk like they know what's going on in the black community. And they're so far removed, man.
He used to have some black conservatives on there, man.
No, he had black. Funny. Look, he had black suburban rural blacks on his show. He don't have real trenches like for example, when Black Lives Matter, they didn't have no real brothers behind that. Those was I don't even want to say it, but you know what it was. But at the same time, bro, they didn't have no real people behind it. Where y'all building? Where y'all organization at? Like, stop it. You bought mansions instead of putting it back into the black community. Where your food pantry at? Why you ain't help the homeless out? Why y'all want passing out meals then? If Black Lives Matter. Why y'all didn't come to the community and say, hey, why you didn't walk up to that dope boy and say, hey, man, start serving my uncle them that pack. I bet you won't do that. You feel me? Because they not going. They not really in the black community in the trenches. Tell them come where it's segregated at, where St. Louis, Louisiana, New Orleans, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Atlanta. Tell them go with the real black people where it's at, where people like Rollo, who control this whole community, that put black people into housing and furnish the whole thing. But they don't talk about Rollo, though. They lock Rollo up because he take care of the black community. You know what I mean? They want to put, the media want to push what they want to push. That's why I don't watch the media.
Yeah, you got to cut, and that's why, you know what we got to do, man? We have to make sure that no matter what leader they lock up, what leader they unalive in our community that's doing for our people, that the mission and the funds keep getting funneled back into the black community. That's what's so important about the FBA coin also, y'all. We have to build a system that when they lock up and unalive our leaders, it doesn't stop nothing. That's why
we're supposed to have GoMe funds for them.
That's why the code is so important. The code is so important because the code creates leaders. How you become a leader in the FBA or Foundational Black American Community is how effectively you are on code. The more on code you are, it's by default you're going to be able to lead the people somewhere because you're moving in a codified way and you're on code. So when they take one of us out, we got 100,000 more, 1 million more on code that they can't stop. Unless they just going to start putting us back in slavery. That's the only, listen, we have to make it to where that's the only thing they can do to stop us is try to put us back in chains.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy me one. Yeah, you gotta put me back. Buy me a white servitude.
You know what I'm saying? We have to make it to where that's the only, because they can't stop us. Our numbers are too. We're too on code. We're too strong. They have to deal with us at the table because we're too strong. Go ahead, Cole. What you got to say, brother?
I'm gonna just say that As long as y'all continue to identify as a fictional identity, you're going to be operating outside the law. And your idea of moving our treaty asset to the cryptocurrency as a way to back some type of token is not going to work. You got to, man. Listen, you have to read the American Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act of 1975. If you have not read that law and you run around here still talking about you black, you operating outside the law.
Bro, we're American.
You know
bro.
this already. I get it. But y'all need to read this law.
Hey, bro, my
nationality
is American, bro.
That's fine. That's why the law is for you. The law is for you.
We all claim
especially if you have grandparents that are from Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, etc.
Bro.
Well, what are you doing about this?
Too much knows, and too much, sir. Part of what I'm doing right now is having this conversation with you. Okay.
No, I'm saying
I
got my whole family tree, bro.
Much love and much respect, and that's going to be the illegal authority, and that's going to be. I'm telling you that you are correct, and that's going to be the illegal authority that you are going to need to stand on. Nobody's taking anything away from you. I'm giving you a new law that you're not aware of. Bro, I'm not sitting here trying to convince you. I'm not sitting here to try to convince you to move into a cryptocurrency under a black identity.
Bro, crypto booming right now.
I get all that, bro, but this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. No matter what, no matter how our economy works, no matter how our economy works.
Go back to that law that you said that I need to
the American Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act of 1975.
You Indian?
Yes, I'm Choctaw.
Yeah, I'm not Indian.
Well, you an American.
Yeah.
You can't listen. Do you know the definition of what an American is?
I'm United States of America, bro.
Okay, man, that's a corporation. Listen, I want you to stand on it. I want you to stand on it, and I want you to stand on it like you need to. I want you to stand on it, and I want you to stand on it like you need to. That's why I'm telling you the law. Now listen.
Hold on, brother. I'm gonna say this, brother. Listen, brother. If you are Choctaw, you're of the lineage, brother. I embrace you.
Okay.
And I love for you, brother.
Okay, then if that's what you're telling me, 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 then you have to honor the fact that there's no longer racial integrity laws in any territory of the United States, any county in the United States, or any state of the United States, which means you are no longer bound by the black identity by anybody else but yourself. Since 1970, you have been able to self-identify who you are. Our grandparents fought for that shit. Our grandparents fought for that shit. Our grandparents fought for that shit.
What language you speak, bro?
I speak a little bit of Spanish. I speak a little bit of German. I speak a whole lot of English.
Talk about the native language of this land, like the Choctaw people. Are they indigenous to this land, or they came from another country?
So what are you?
I'm gonna let you research that. Okay, I'm gonna let you research. I don't have. Listen, man. The burden of proof is not on me, bro. The burden of proof is on you. I'm an Indian. The burden of proof is on you. Okay, it's on you.
What you're saying? You said he's lying.
I'm trying. Listen. I'm trying to provide y'all. Listen, I'm really trying to provide y'all a positive public notice, so that y'all don't bump your head out here. So that you cannot say that nobody in our age group, nobody who looks like us, nobody who's gone through the same things y'all have gone through has told y'all. Y'all can't say, they knew all this time. So y'all can't say that, this group knew all this time and they didn't tell us. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility. It's my responsibility to tell you. It is your responsibility to look into what I am saying. You are old grown man with gray in your beard. You're over the age of 25, which means you're at the age of majority in law. So you are responsible for the laws that you don't know.
Okay,
ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Oh, please,
so
if
you're wrapping your identity, if you're wrapping your identity in a law and an identity,
so what's wrong
and
with
everything
Friedman,
that you're
sir?
trying to,
Sir, what's wrong with Friedman? What's wrong with Friedman, sir?
If you want to claim that freedman status, just understand that those freedmen were absorbed into the tribes, correct?
No, O.W. Gurley.
Correct.
Hold on, wait. O.W. Gurley was a freedman.
Correct.
So if
Hold
on, I get
Gurley.
it. I get it. Was she was absorbed? Was she absorbed into a tribe or not? Was she absorbed into a tribe or not? Okay, so she was not. So she was not
O.W. Gurley is
absorbed
not
to a
a
tribe.
woman. O.W. Gurley built
Okay.
Wall Street.
All right. Fine. Were they absorbed into a tribe or not?
No.
You're talking about status. You're talking about status.
So what's wrong with utilizing the freedman status? We use both foundational Black American and freedman. We use them interchangeably. What's wrong with that?
Okay, so with the freedman status, right? Then that gives you a tie to a direct treaty, correct? So that's more beneficial than being black.
Okay, so
like that would be more legally beneficial.
What I call myself, as long as I can,
because you are trying to make a legal claim, and because you are trying to listen. It matters. It matters because we're not in a barbershop. It matters because you are trying to make legal claims. You're trying to make legal claims and make legal moves, and you have to do that. And you are trying to do that, and you have to do that in your proper person.
Under foundational Black Americans, sir, what legal claim have I made?
The very fact that you are recruiting people of American Indian and listen,
American
the very
Indian.
fact that you the very fact that you are recruiting,
bro.
The very fact that you are recruiting, the very fact that you are recruiting people of American Indian and colonial European descent who are not aware of their full bloodline, who identify as foundational Black Americans, right? The fact that you are recruiting them into the crypto market, which is a federally recognized and regulated activity in New York City and under the SEC, correct? You are moving toward wire fraud. Because you are trying to make a move under an identity that no longer has legal standing.
FBA,
there are no longer racial integrity laws. That's why there's no DEI anymore.
That makes no sense.
Nobody can set aside anything for so-called Black people, white people, Jewish people, or anything else.
Hey, hold on, wait, bro.
If you don't stand on your
you part of the Dow Act, bro?
I did not write the Dawes Act.
No, I said I didn't ask you that.
You asked me if I'm part of the Dawes Act. How can I be part of the Dawes Act if I
didn't ask you that? Hold on, wait, brother. I didn't ask you that, bro.
First of all, I'm not recruiting anybody.
Choose better questions so you get the answer you want.
I asked you, bro.
The quality of your life, the quality of your life is dependent on the quality of questions you ask. Ask better questions to get a better answer.
When he be part of the Dow Act,
ask a better question to get a better answer.
What?
If you don't understand, you don't understand.
Bro,
but ask a better question.
I didn't ask you.
Ask a better question to get a better answer.
Listen, y'all. I need y'all to respect the host. I need y'all to listen. Okay? I'm entertaining you, Coach.
I'm just telling y'all that I'm telling you too much personally. Man to man, as the leader of this show, I'm telling you that you have been provided a proper public notice. Cease and desist. I really came on here to talk to him. I didn't come on here to talk to y'all.
Bro, why
I know you don't understand it, Detroit, but in time you will. So too much, you're a wise man. You know I'm telling you the truth. Don't smirk like that. I can see it in your face. You have been provided a proper public notice. If you're going to educate these people correctly and get off this race hustling and this trauma promotion, bro.
Did it in writing.
Call it what you want, bro, but I didn't pay $5 and neither did my grandfather.
Yeah, he did.
So stop it, bro, because I'm not disrespecting your lineage, so don't disrespect mine.
Tell me what you part of.
No, man, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you, but I'm not obligated to tell you anything.
But why?
I can tell you whatever I want to tell you, but I'm not obligated to tell you anything.
But why the Native Americans today is on reservations?
I'm not responsible for what the Native Americans are doing, bro. Stop conflating things. Stop conflating things. Stop conflating things.
You ain't on none of the reservations.
Stop conflating things.
You pay taxes.
Stop conflating things. I'm a non-removed American Indian.
I'm gonna have to remute people up. Hold on, man. Hold on, Big Dog. Let me talk to Coach real quick, brother, because He said a
You've been
lot.
provided a proper notice, bro.
He
That's all I
said,
got to say.
he
There's no
said
more
I'm
rebuttal for that.
recruiting.
After
He said
today,
I'm
you can't say
recruiting.
Man, he
nobody
ain't
told
standing
you.
on nothing, man.
All
He
right,
said,
man. I'm
no.
done. I'm done.
Let's go
Y'all
Get
have
over
a
your
it.
good day.
Hold
goofy ass on.
on. Let's go over what you're saying. You said I'm recruiting for FBA, and I'm recruiting for a cryptocurrency under what the term? Oh, he left.
He's saying that you're doing wire fraud is crazy.
This is the stuff that's insane to me, family. This is the stuff that's insane to me, family. Whenever someone up here righteous, not committing, y'all wanna put that on me. Where's the history of that?
You talking
Where's
about
my
you?
history of defrauding people? Listen, man. I don't have no skeletons in my closet. All I'm doing is providing information to the family, and y'all don't gotta listen to me. Nobody gotta listen to me. All I'm saying is do your due diligence. Do your due diligence on the lineage. Do your due diligence on the blockchain. Do your due diligence on what you think and what you know is best for our people. I'm providing solutions. That's what I'm providing. I don't know what this dude, 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie is saying. I don't know what he's saying. If he's an American Indian, shout out to that
Hey,
brother.
then where they property at? Where they? Well, I don't see no black guys on a reservation when I go to a reservation. Where's these dudes at then? If they got so why are you paying taxes if you are native to this country? They cat. Where your land at? What native tongue you speak? Because if you was native to this land, you had your own language. English come from Europe. Was broken German. So did your people didn't come up with that language? That's cat.
Let me
You a nigga just like I am.
where is Blessing at? Blessing, can you come up here? Blessing, are you still in here? Can you come up here? Because I'm about to end the live in like 20 minutes, y'all. Blessing, are you in here? Come on up. Come on up. Let me send you the invite again. I don't know what happened. Hold on, let me send you the invite again. Or I can't send you the invite. You gotta invite. You gotta send the invite so I can bring you up, Blessing. Oh, there you go. I see you.
Too much. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, Billy. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
Hold on, real quick, Billy. I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna get to you too, Ernst. I wanted to bring up Blessing. Go ahead, Blessing. Talk to me.
I mean, this is off subject. I want to talk about the AU, the African Union, um, how
Do you understand what's going on?
American. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if you're in a bad area, but your reception and your bars are low, so it's breaking up a lot.
What about now? Because I am driving.
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, about the I want to talk about the African Union if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, how they made us part of their I think the sixth part of their African Union. I'm not too familiar with it. I just learned about it a couple of weeks ago. They got a a petition that they want Black Americans to sign up for to take it to court so we can get out of that because they did not include. They didn't tell us anything about this. They want our 1.7 trillion dollars that we spend. Also, they want to hop on our reparations here in America. And I don't know if I guess our representatives gave them permission to do this. So I wanted people to know that you go to change.org to sign, the petition against this. Just do a search in the search bar, African Union, and just sign up for it. And then the next step they're going to do is take it to court. I think it's a couple of petitions that's out there because I've been seeing it a lot lately.
Yeah,
And
I think we should take them to court. I think we should get out of the African Union. They haven't done nothing for us. We don't even have a seat at their table to do anything or have any say so.
Hey, no disrespect, but I don't rock with African booty scratchers.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah, I think it's very important since the
You
hostile.
put it on Facebook we gonna get rid of that. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And then the other thing is, remember we had somebody redid that green book, that listed all black, black
We need
venues and
that.
businesses.
We
Yeah,
need
we
that.
need to get that out again because that way we can just know where to go and be serious about not giving them our money anymore.
Right.
Because like,
Well, I mean,
if we
what you mean, like go to like African stores or stuff like that, or what you mean?
no, this is I think the green book. I mean, I think they may have
I
to
know the
refresh
green
it.
book. I'm saying, what you talking about? Like,
Yeah,
you said
no,
not
no,
giving who our money?
right. None of them. If they not FBA, Black American and Freeman, none of them.
No, I'm saying you saying get.
No, she's
I'm
saying we're not giving our money to other communities. She wants to give our money only to the Foundation of Black Americans.
Yeah. Hey, come to Chicago. I swear to God, look, you come to my neighborhood.
look.
Look,
I heard about Chicago. I know what
look.
y'all guys
I'm
doing,
just
but
saying,
we need
look,
to
my
make it
neighborhood is a historical black neighborhood. Listen to me, man.
okay.
Look,
No, let me
no,
make my
I'm
point
saying, look, we
first. Let
got
me
so
make
many
my
black
point.
stores that
Okay.
people don't even
Let
look.
her, let
That's
her finish
okay.
her
Can I
point
make?
real quick, Big
Thank
Doc. Just
you.
let her finish
Thank
her point real
you.
quick. Let her finish her
I
point.
know what Chicago's doing. Y'all doing a great job up there. I'm trying to say let's get something out nationwide for everybody can be on code. We have what? How many states we have in Maryland? I mean, in this United States,
50
right?
something.
We got to get everybody on code. And like me, I live in Baltimore, and I don't know. I mean, I have to Google black-owned businesses where if I make sure I go to a black-owned, but then I got to make sure it's us because it's a lot of people cosplaying as us. So I don't know how to get that going. I know you too much. You pretty much have your tentacles in a little bit of everything. You might know how to find out who.
Well, I think we have something like that already, or that's in the works. I just think we got to find out who's finished it, who's done it, and if we haven't finished it or haven't done it, then we need to start on it. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with somebody saying I got a complete green book, and it's for the family. So I just think we have to get on that. We have to do that. So
Yeah,
I'm
I mean
definitely
it's
going to sign the petition. I'm definitely going to sign the
okay.
petition about getting out of AU because I think that's something that we should never been in anyway. I mean, how can we join something we don't know about, and how can we join something that we don't got a voice or a seat at the table for, and how can we give anything of our purchasing power over to a country that's never claimed us? Now they
Well,
want to claim
especially
it.
right,
That's crazy.
especially with the Essence Festival. What they did with that.
Yeah.
That really and then the attitude how they just coming off entitled to it. We created that. That's been in our culture since 1995, and it's our foundation, and they came over and just took over top of it. If they want to
Because
keep
black
it,
people
just
allow
change
that
the
though.
name. Right, but change the name. Call it African Essence or something. But that's cool though because we're not going to support that. I don't even think if they have it in New Orleans, nobody is going to support that.
Yeah, but they're
So
gonna be trash. That music
it's
trash. So it go
well,
down. But the thing,
well,
look, the
I
thing
just
is
hope.
that we
Mm.
don't stick together. We a crab in a bucket. Like we got black stores, people still go to the Arab.
Well, that's what we got to
Well,
make
you
on
know what?
code the thing.
It's
We got to make on code
because
the,
we
the, the
still got
main focal
right. We
point.
can get on code just like they did when they didn't right, just like they did back in the 50s when they boycotted the buses for over a year. That was, I mean, we're going to get back to that because people are waking up in masses now. It's not like like you said, Chicago, but it's a lot of people in each state are on code, but we just got to recruit more. I mean, not
And
recruit, but get the word out. Some,
here's what we gotta do, Blessing. We have to create a lifestyle where buying and supporting black is the only option.
Yes.
That's
yes,
why
I agree
that's
with that.
why pushing the initiative on code and having an on code movement, that's more powerful than any boycott. That's more
I agree with
powerful
that.
than any marching because that's gonna solve all of that. And
I
we
agree
and
with
we
that.
start looking at people. Are you on code? Are you on code? When we start asking people that question and they start getting, oh yeah, we start putting shame behind it, like, oh, you off code? Okay, I can't, we can't even talk to you. All right, we out of here. But if you're on code, that's the initiative. We push that on code initiative, and we push that on code movement, and we get our people on code to where they're not supporting the African shops anymore, the Korean shops anymore, the Caribbean shops anymore, and we're supporting foundational Black American shops. We're going out our way to supporting. That's gonna nullify everything. All that we won't even need to march after that. It's gonna be such a strong movement. They gonna have to listen. A lot of those African companies are going to go out of business. They're going to be crying. A lot of those Caribbean corporations and companies and restaurants are going to be going out of business. They're going to be crying because we are the one that support them. They don't support us.
They in our neighborhood.
It's going to cause them to all.
In our neighborhood, they do business in our neighborhood. They don't live around us.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to just stop going in their stores where they can get out. They can go out of business, and then we can open our own stores.
And then we go open up our stores, and we get more black-owned companies and black-owned stores in our neighborhood and start thriving. Right. That's why we got to push the on code initiative. That's our power right there. It's just getting people to the code. That's what I'm saying. When this dude Coke is talking about all this other stuff, listen, we're pointing people to the code. I don't care if you call yourself American Indian. I don't care if you call yourself a Pan-African. I don't care if you call yourself African American. As long as you of the lineage, the only thing I'm concerned about is, are you on code? Are you off code or are you on code? If you're an American Indian that's on code, perfect. If you're an African American that's on code, perfect. If you're of the lineage and you're on code, perfect. But if you're off code, now we have a way to shun you a little bit.
Hey, too much. When we get these businesses going, Black people can't go and put nobody business. Oh man, I need a deal. I need a see. That's what we do. You know what I mean? You go to Black like, damn, your price is too high. Like this, no, bro. Stop all that complaining. Spend that money. Yeah. Because you go in Gucci and go spend $300. You feel me, for a belt. For a Gucci belt. Do you know in a Black community to have a Gucci belt, that's a trend? That's why I be looking at it like elderly people. I'm like, look, us 80s babies, us millennium kids, we the key to success because look, we've been through it all. We've been through what the babies, but we seen the baby boomers, we seen the Rolling Stones. The thing is that we keep up with time. If you got Black people out here just splurging, we spend $2 trillion a year on bull crap. It don't even be in the Black community. Well, we got Black banks, we got Black dentists in Chicago that you will walk right past and go to a white-owned dentist. Like, how you go? I see this every day living. We got Black convenience stores that's in between two Arab stores, and they go to the Arab stores. They don't go to our homie store. They hate us.
That's why the on-code movement is so important, because if you on code, you're automatically going to support Black businesses.
Thank you.
If we just push the on code, what it's gonna do, it's gonna wipe out. We ain't gonna have to march. We ain't gonna have to protest again. All we gonna have to do is be like, brother, are you on code? And that's gonna do all the talking for us. We don't got to do no more talking of that. Are you on code? And they're gonna let us know if they off code, because some of our people, we already know they're gonna be indignant about it. I'm going wherever I want to. Off code.
Yeah, you already know that.
We distancing ourselves from you. That's all. That's how we're gonna shun you. We're gonna distance ourselves from you because you are off code.
Hold on. You see, my apologies for the interruptions, but you see Simply Me down here and Beloved. I think she got something to verbally speak to us.
All right, let me bring up Beloved.
No, Simply Me.
Simply Me. He said something about which African provide. That means you have to make your businesses a business affordable.
Come on up.
And she said, when you said African beauty snatchers, she said African beauty snatchers.
Is that your profile, girl? You gotta fix that, girl. You gotta fix Simply Me.
Rolling. That's not her.
That's not you, right?
No.
You gotta cam up a little bit, because I don't see, them as. Okay. Okay, Simply Me, you up here. Go ahead. What you got to say?
I'm laying down and I'm responding. That's all.
Oh, I thought you had.
Are you
I
are
thought
you
you
are
were
you are
You
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 needed
read
to
what I
are
said,
you
Monique. I'm not sure if there's a misunderstanding.
Where you from?
I'm from wherever the money resides.
either.
Oh,
You
so
are you not proud of where you from?
that's tether
Did
talk.
you hear me? I'm proud of wherever the money
I feel you
resides.
not proud of. Oh, your country
That's
must be
tether
shit.
talk. I
That
I know
doesn't
I know
actually
I know
define
I
them at
read
all. It
something
doesn't make
that we
sense.
gotta make it. Hold on. I know I read something where you said we gotta make it affordable because African stores make it affordable.
You can't project that simply because I mentioned money that I'm not proud of where I'm from.
I don't know. I don't know because we don't talk like that.
I'm not.
We're not.
I'm
We're
confused. What
not.
do you mean? How do I
We
talk?
don't. We don't. We're not ashamed of our
We
homeland.
rock our shit.
We know
You're
what we
not.
know. What we know. What we
So
talk about when we say where
you're
we
not
from.
ashamed of your what is it called? You're not ashamed of your ancestry. You
No.
deny your
Absolutely
African
not.
heritage.
Well, hold on, wait. We got inventors. Name me one inventor from your country that invented something
My
that kept your
ancestors
country
come from
today.
America. My ancestors come from America.
Name
100.
me one.
Your ancestors do
Name
not
me
come from
one
America.
invention.
You know that.
They did. They
Hey,
did.
simple.
Yes, they
Hey,
did.
simple. Can you name me one, just one invention that your country, somebody in your country, your ancestors invented that affect your country today? One. One item.
Name. You want me to name one item
One item.
that we invented back home that
Yeah.
benefit our people?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Not
I can't think of one from the top of my head, but there's a lot of inventions. I just can't name them
like
right now.
what? I mean, you
That's
got a
right.
lot of them. Just one. I just gave you one. I ain't say name a lot of them.
Yeah, I can do my
Hold on.
research. I just don't focus on that a
Hold
lot.
on,
That's
real quick.
all.
Let me go back to my boy Billy real quick. What's up? What's up, Big Billy? How you
Hey,
been,
what's up,
brother?
man? I'm good. How you doing?
And we in there just talking FBA business, man. How you been, brother? What's been going on in your world, sir?
Man, I got some. I really have been listening to a lot of different calls and people just listening. You know, I still the only person that ever let me ever say something is you most of the time. So I started my own thing and got a pretty good following right now going. But
That's
my
good.
my thing to everybody that's on the panel, there's some things that never get talked about, and I do this like this is a lifestyle for me. This is not some okay, you can do this or you can do that or this and other. Mine is a lifestyle. So like I do this every day. Some things that I say are pretty much going to be debatable because people aren't doing them. They're not even talking about them. So a lot of people have no clue that there is a judgment that's been around for 25 years for every single person with a birth certificate in America. Okay, it's a judgment. It's already done, sitting there waiting for people to claim it. But the problem is, people are talking on what they have learned about a place. The key to what the lawsuit and the judgment is for birth certificates. Okay, so it's for
Where can we
birth.
find this lawsuit and this judgment at? Where can we find it at?
You can look it up under the. Let me look. I'm actually looking at it right here.
What lawsuit and judgment? And I'm gonna just say, man, listen, man. Anytime somebody, it's very hard to get on board with something when somebody says the money's worth 10, 15 cents, and then they're asking for $1,000.
Oh, I understand that. I understand.
That's ridiculous. That's gonna be hard for any foundational Black American or any normal people in America to even get on board when y'all try to low grade the money, and then yet y'all need so much money on the front end.
I
That's just
can I can explain the thought process on people to do those types of things. I don't do that personally because I already know where the dollar's going to, and I'm just waiting for any day for it not to even be here anymore. So I already know it's at a it's
So
at
why are y'all? So why are they asking for so much money up front if the money's not really worth nothing? Right? Why are
it
they
goes
asking?
back to your account anyway. It said they had to hire some people to do some processing, so it's still people that don't have a clue.
Yeah. That's just gonna be that's always gonna be hard for me, and that's gonna be hard for a lot of people when you say the money's not worth anything, but you're asking for.
That's not even what I'm going towards. This ain't got nothing to do with no money. What
Okay,
I'm
go
talking
ahead.
about
Go
today.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go
So
ahead.
my thing is, if you have a birth certificate and they already have the judgment for this already done by the highest courts in the land. If you what they proved is your parents sold you at birth with the birth certificate. You got sold, and where all this funding is coming from is through each person has became a when you get sold at the birth certificate, you become a security on the New York Stock Exchange.
You become part of the matrix, right?
Well, not just the matrix. You're part of the matrix, but you are traded on the New York Stock Exchange as a security.
So why Martha Stewart do it? Why the big
everybody did it. Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Why people invest their money into stock and benefits off of?
Well, that's where I'm going. You see, we skipping the fundamental step. The first step is to understand that you didn't even get out of the hospital before you were sold. Okay, so that's the first key. You didn't even get home yet, and you've been sold. That's what the entire.
My parents took care of me though, bro.
Say that again.
My parents. Who I was sold to? My parents.
No. You were sold.
Y'all. I'll be honest. I gotta get up out of here. I can give y'all maybe like 5-10 more minutes. Big Billy, I need brother. I come back tomorrow. I'll give you time to speak and say what you need to speak. But I need you to get to the point. So I want to get to Ernestine up there before I go, and I want to give everybody
well, the basic point. Yeah, the basic point is you can't.
I only want to know, where do you get the code? What website is the code on?
Okay. The code is very simple. You know, but there are some things we are going to write down. If you want to start with the FBA Code of Honor, I do have a link in my panel that you can click on. It's called Linktree. Click on the Linktree link and just scroll down to FBA Code of Honor. You can download that. I'm actually have the Constitution fully written out for it, which goes into more detail of the on code part. Okay, which goes into more detail of that, which I'm going over. I'll be going over tomorrow. I'm probably gonna make it a 2-3 part series that we're talking about, because I want people to understand the mindset of how we're gonna build our community and the roots that we got to go back to. We have to go back to the roots, the indigenous roots. And like I said, I rock with my American Indian community. I rock with them. I don't understand why there's so much backlash on the word black, but it is what it is. As a foundational Black American, we don't use the term black as a color. It's more as a consciousness. It's more as a pride. It's more as taking the word that they meant to harm us and flipping it into something positive. And we've done a phenomenal job of doing that. So I don't understand why people don't understand that.
Or FDA.
FBA. F as in Frank, FBA. See, it just have right here.
I see it now.
So I also have the FBA Constitution up there, but that's the old one. I've updated some things and since then and made it make a little bit more sense. So if you click the link tree in my bio, make sure you put 0 in the dollar amount, because I use Gumroad to get these things out to the people. And if you just put 0 and you get it for free, you don't have to donate anything. I'm not charging for this stuff. All you gotta do is click 0 in the dollar amount and say, I want this, and you'll be able to download the FBA Code of Honor, the FBA Constitution, the old one. The new one I've updated and I'm going over right now for the people, because I just want something that the people, this is not nothing that's set in stone. This is something that I want my people to look over, do their due diligence, upgrade, change, make better, tell the world that we have something down. This is a blueprint. This is an outline and a blueprint of what we got going on how we can make our community stronger. That's it. Once we get our think tanks together, once we get once we start moving and getting like the terminology on code, this is on code, family. Lineage first, which is your family, okay? Lineage first. Build before you buy. That means, man, get your finance in order. Make sure you got money to invest in some type of business, some type of program that's going to generate you money before you go out there and buy all this Gucci and all this other stuff that you don't need. And make sure that you support Black businesses first, or only, above all, Black FBA businesses, people who are actually from our lineage, not Caribbean, not African. Listen, they had their chance. They've been trying to ride under the coattail of Black for too long, and we're not doing that anymore. And then make sure that you're accountable. Accountability always. Make sure you're accountable. Don't be out here, not making mistakes and then not being accountable for the mistakes. And make sure you own up. That's all it is. Lead by example. That's really the code that we're talking about. We are a righteous people, and we need to continue. We've always been on the right side of history. We need to continue to be on the right side of history.
Are we
But
doing
we're writing
the
some things down.
DNA?
Say again?
Are we doing any DNA testing from Mississippi, Alabama, migrate to Chicago? You know, we all come.
Genealogy.
We're doing our genealogy. I think genealogy is more important. I've done my DNA personally. I don't have no problem with
Who
people
did you
doing
go
their
with?
DNA.
Did you go with a company, a special company?
I went with regular ancestry.com. I went with ancestry.com.
Hey, too much. You could draw. I got my whole family tree though, but if people got their family tree and know their history, you really don't have to do a ancestry because you know where your people come from. So a lot of people don't have like historians in their family, and I advise people to like have historians in your family because a lot of people get lost. They be stuck in a bubble. Like, so I know my great grandma. You know what I mean? I know where I come from. So a lot of Black Americans, FBA, don't know where they actually come from because a lot of people live disconnect with their dad. Like your dad lineage is really like, you know what I'm saying, what you base it off of, your father. But a lot of people don't even, like in the Black community, they just don't need. A lot of people raised by their grandma. And back then, it was so detrimental that they didn't even tell you the story that was really going on. So you have to do your own research.
We need both sides. We need the mother. We need the
mother.
I
mean, we need both sides though.
We need the father's genealogy, and that's what I have. I have my own family tree. I have my own I have my mother's side. I have my father's side, and I just filled out the tree from there. I've done my DNA, so I've also connected with first, second, third, all the way down to the 8th cousin. Okay, I got 8 cousins out here. And all of my family, none of them come from Africa, y'all. They all come from the United States. All of them. Every single one of them come from.
What if you don't per se know your father? You don't. A lot of us in the African community don't know our father.
Start with your mother and go with the information from there. I mean, somebody knows something about your father. Do your DNA. If that's what you need to do your DNA. And believe it or not, that's going to help you fill out your family tree too. One thing I can say about DNA can't tell you what region of the world you come from, but it definitely can connect you to your people, to who
to your father. It tell you who your father. You know what I mean?
It can tell you who your blood relatives are. And all my blood relatives come from the United States.
You got that from Ancestry.com? You got that from the Ancestry.com?
Ancestry.com. Yeah, I did my DNA too, and I did my family tree. And the DNA, and what I like about Ancestry.com is a lot of that stuff fills out your family tree for you. You do your DNA, they connect it to your tree, and it kind of fills itself out from there. Like I got genealogists in my family. I got somebody in my family right now who I don't even know this lady. But we're blood relative, and she hit me up she's filling out. She did a fantastic job on my family tree for free. She said she does this for everybody.
Did she put the pictures up?
Oh, she got the pictures. She got the man. She does a fantastic job. This lady just keep hitting me up. I forget to check my message in my ancestry.com. I got to give her my personal link because I go back and she didn't hit me up with like 3, 4, 5 messages, and I look at my family tree. Like I found out I'm related to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's why I said Abraham Lincoln black.
Abraham Lincoln's a mulatto. He's a white passing mulatto.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drop because you guys are sharing a lot of false information. But
That's hilarious.
You say what?
Bye. Thanks for coming.
You
saying nothing.
Oh, they probably want $5 Indian.
You need to do something with that.
No, she's an African, and
got something going on right up here that just don't look right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to clown the lady, but she got something going on up in here. If that's her real,
that's not her though. That's a fake picture.
Jesus Christ!
I know that picture.
You're talking about over 90% of African Americans have ancestry to Africa. Are you saying you're the 10%? Where did you get that statistic?
Their African ancestry. Okay, nobody has denied their African.
Y'all just want to be acknowledged so bad.
I'm just saying my DNA It says, all my blood relatives that are still living, there's not one African in that blood relative that's still living. And when I go back in my genealogy, it hasn't traced me to an African yet. Now, if you don't want to believe that, that's on you. That's on you. Now, does my DNA say 40% Nigerian, all that stuff? Yeah, yes, it does. It says I'm from this, supposedly from this region, that region. But when I look back in my genealogy and I look back even through my blood living relatives, why don't they say African? Why isn't there an African somewhere in there? That's what I'm saying. Now, is there some African ancestry? Probably. You know, there was a slave trade. Okay. Nobody's denying that. Probably.
That happened 400 years ago.
Probably. Over 400 years ago. Probably. For the last 400 years, I've been from here. My family's from here. My ancestors are from here. And if I listen to my grandparents and I listen to my father and my mother, they told me I'm Indian. And there's no markers for United States Indians, man. They got markers for everybody else but the black indigenous tribes. So that's why maybe we migrated years ago, hundreds and thousands of years ago from Africa, and those markers are showing up. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, I don't have a living relative in Africa. You do. I don't. Not one living relative is from Africa. Not one. Blood. If I was from Africa, I would have a blood living relative that connects me over there. My people are from here. This is my homeland. I'm standing on business. And anybody with your thought process and says I'm wherever the money's at, you need to get the hell up out of my country. If you only follow the money, then go back to your homeland and make money over there.
The only credit Africans feel like they can have is us saying that we African. That's the only thing. That'll be an accomplishment for them.
That's it. That's the only thing.
Look,
they want to Africanize everybody. That's why we're about to get ourselves about the African Union, because we never subscribed to the African Union. Somebody else did that on our behalf. And
Too much. And I asked her, what inventions have your country created? Your ancestors.
They don't even know. That's the whole point.
A lot. I said name one.
They don't have any. And listen, this is what they do, family, especially white supremacists, anti-black Hispanics. The main thing they try to get us with is look at Africa. That's what they all try to do. When you talk to a white supremacist and you debunk them and show them all the greatness you've done in America, you know what they try to go back to? They try
look at Africa.
They try to say, well, look at Africa. Africa ain't built nothing. And then you know what I tell them? I'm not African, sir.
And when they try to do that IQ stuff, they show the IQ map and they show the African IQ. It's not
my fault that Africa is known. The continent of Africa is known for not building anything. It's not my fault.
Still stuck in the ice age.
It's not my fault that they got to go back
to ice age that they never experienced.
It's not my fault they got to go back to mathematics. Oh, we invented mathematics. Yeah, right. I think we were doing mathematics over here in America too. I think we had a way to count and do things over here in America, because if we're on the other side of the ocean and you invented mathematics over there, I can see why Europe stole mathematics from y'all, but we already had our own math over here. So and we had more pyramids in the Americas than there is in Africa. So it's not my fault they don't know that. It's not my fault they don't know that. It's not my fault they didn't build anything. It's not my fault that we've done more in the last 400 years than they done.
Look what we did to Liberia.
Than they done in 10,000 years.
Hey, hold on. Look what we did to Liberia.
And we don't claim inventing. You can't invent a mineral, ma'am or sir. You can't invent a mineral. So
that's
we don't
from
claim
nature.
The minerals come with the earth. So we don't claim that. But we claim the many inventions that we made with these minerals.
And I don't know why these people think America is so dependent on African resources. Like, little do they know, America has a lot of natural resources. We are just not natural resource exporting country. That's not what our economy based on.
No, we stopped doing
But
industrial
if we had
stuff.
to get
We
into that
stopped.
bag, we
No,
could.
it ain't
real
that
quick.
we
Yes,
don't
I'm
do.
African
Like,
because I really got to get up out of here. I got to get up out of here, y'all. So real quick, yes, I'm African. What do you got to say, brother or sister? What do you got to say?
Right. Let me just start with the resources, right? America just only one resources, which is the black resources, right? This is the reason why black people are working in America to death and all these things. So you talking about resources, America don't have no resources. They're just bragging about all these things, but they
well,
only
what
have
America
something they call
got?
black
America got
resources.
gold.
All
So
right, brother.
Misinformation.
I don't have a lot of time. That's why I muted you, brother. Listen, brother. We already debunked all those talking points already. I can debunk you another day, but we are the way. Listen, the United States, okay, versus all of Africa, we've done more. Just the United States versus all the 54 countries in Africa, we done more. Now, if you want to talk
Period.
about minerals and stuff like that,
Not a
the
comparison.
continent of Africa has a lot of minerals. But if you break them down into countries, America, United States, has more mineral natural resources than even Nigeria has,
More
than
fresh
Ghana
water.
has. Now, if you put the whole continent into it versus the United States, it's different. But if you put North America versus Africa, the continent, we win in that, brother. We got more lakes. We got more everything. We got more everything
We got
in
the
the
Great
continent
Lakes.
of North America than
Right
you
up
got
here in
over here
Michigan.
in the continent of Africa. And Africa is 20, 100 times bigger than America than North America. Let's be real. A lot of countries can fit inside of Africa. But if you want to go blow for blow, we got more pyramids than y'all. We got more mountains than y'all. We got a lot of everything. But the United States, singular United States, they're the reason why we're the third largest. They're the reason why we got the number one economy in the world. They're the reason why just California alone has the fifth largest economy in the world. There's a reason for that, sir. Africa, you guys are still somewhere at the bottom, and you supposedly got these resources. So when you come with that, I just want you to know we
The
debunk that.
resources that they don't have
but
control
too
over
much.
and that they don't
You
profit off
just
of.
you're talking about your pyramid, right? But you guys have no history behind your pyramid. That's the problem.
Y'all
You
destroyed
have a
y'all
lot.
pyramids.
There is no history behind it, right? So
There is
you guys.
history behind it.
What? There's no
You just
history
don't
behind
know
our
So
it because you're
pyramid?
what?
ignorant.
Are you crazy?
No. Listen,
You
these are
don't know
facts, my
about the
brother.
cultures
These are
of the
pyramid
Americas prior to
that.
Columbus.
Okay, listen, man.
Yo,
Honestly, y'all, I got to go. I really do. You're welcome to come back up to
yo,
tomorrow or Monday when I go live again. I do this on a regular. As long as you're respectful, sir, I'm gonna be respectful. Okay. The moment you take it left, I'm gonna match that energy. I'm gonna go right there with you. Up until the point where I think they're gonna try to take the page, and I gotta regress, and then I'll just have to drop you at that point. But I'm always respectful. I let people speak. I let people have their, say what they want to say. Do what As long as you say it with your chest and stand on it, I let you speak on it. But again, I just don't have the time right now. I'm actually past the time. I want to, listen. All my foundational Black Americans, I got nothing but love for y'all, and I only ask that Africans and Caribbeans respect my love for my lineage, and I have no ill will for no Africans or no Caribbeans. I'm just saying, build your homeland. Focus where the focus needs to be. Don't focus on my people. Focus on your people. And if y'all want to do business one day, if we want to come together one day, we're going to do it in the form of a treaty, and that's it. None of this. We all one black Negro. We're done with that. When we don't want to be part of your African Union, we don't want nothing to do with it. Now. The Caribbeans want to be a part of the African Union, that's on them. But foundational Black Americans, we here in the United States of America, we don't want nothing to do with the African Union. We're going to sign that petition, and we want out. We don't want y'all tapping into none of our spending power over here. Y'all go build your country over there and make it great, and that's it. We're going to do the same over here. With that being said, y'all, listen, I got love for everybody. Peace.
all right, stay up, bro.
Reparations, and the blockchain. Take
We're
care.
still finding gold.
Yes. We're still
In
funding gold.
Alaska, we got a lot of gold in Alaska.
That's it. That's it.
Going
All
in the
right.
water over
Take care,
here.
everybody.